All right, we are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will be wrapping up the final game of a 3-game series against the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the Bird Watcher here, a.k.a. BW for short. Works for me. Welcome back, fellow Bird Watchers. 4 games left in the season. And right now we are working our way back to looking like the team that we thought we were starting this 2024 season. A team capable of going all the way to the promised land. This Orioles team is getting healthier, at least amongst the position players. The pitching, we've got some arms that are going to be unavailable for us. Some of them have been unavailable all season, like Felix Bautista. Others recently, like Grayson Rodriguez, and then other guys in between. John Means, Kyle Bradish, Tyler Wells. It has been rough, but folks, we've taken the first 2 of 3 against the Yankees on their turf in a situation where just one win for them would clinch this division and they could celebrate. But apparently we're not interested in allowing them to celebrate while we're in town. And folks, if we can get the sweep today, we will finish 8-5 against these guys. Or no, excuse me. How dare I? 9-4. We're 8-4. We'd be 9-4 on the season against the Yankees. Better than, a 2-to-1 ratio. That is pretty damn good. Anyway, also earlier today, let me get this news out of the way. The Tigers and the Royals both won their games. So the magic number to clinch home field advantage for the wild card round is 1, and it remains 1 because neither of those teams lost today. So both teams have a chance to clinch something tonight with this matchup, and we've got a couple of aces on the mound. What a matchup this is, folks. I mean, this could be game 1 of the American League Division Series right here. Corbin Burnes against Gerrit Cole. Burnes is looking for his 16th win of the season. Cole, meanwhile, he was injured to begin the year. He's up to 88 1/3 pitches, so he's pitched about a little less than half a season. 7-5 record. ERA at 3.67, which is, okay for a middle-of-the-rotation guy, but Gerrit Cole is considered one of the best pitchers in baseball when he's on. So he's not a pushover. On a good night, he can still get you, but he's not vintage Gerrit Cole, at least not so far this season consistently. We've got a chance with Corbin Burnes, who in his last 2 starts went 7 innings without giving up a run. So he's on a streak of at least 14 innings straight without allowing a run to score. And if he can keep that up, and if the bats can look anything like they did last night, I say we've got a pretty good chance at this here sweep. And then we get on a plane to Minneapolis for the weekend final series against the Twins. We'll see how much those games matter when we get there. But for now, folks, we're about to get ready and enjoy a final game against the Yankees. And when I say enjoy, folks, look, win or lose today, I think we made a statement in this series. I think that's very safe to say. So, folks, in the Charm City chat, those who are here already, let's do a good job for those that might be showing up later, just in case if the Orioles don't look like gangbusters today. Why don't we do our jobs and try to make everybody feel nice and calm about this and not allow this chat to turn into some kind of pity party? Folks, we're going to the playoffs. Worst case scenario, we're hosting a wild card round, and I think you should be happy about that. All right. Let me get this game up. It is now the top of the hour. I am so worried because this cursor on my laptop it gave me problems somewhere around the All-Star break, maybe before, and it's back to doing the same thing now. It's got to be something that's like wedged into the touchpad of my. I know I should have a regular good old-fashioned mouse, but I just I don't know. Might have to invest Here we go. Just pray I can open this thing up. Let's see here. What is the deal here? Stand by, folks. Thanks for your patience and understanding. Oh, boy. Come on now. What are we doing here? It's not even allowing me to... jeez. I had this worry. Would you just open up? What am I asking for here? There it is. Okay. I believe this is the ball game. After all that hard work. Where is it? It's not opening for me. I'm looking at the spinning wheel of nothingness. What is this? Folks, why not some technical difficulties? Wouldn't be the Birdwatcher channel without it, right? All right. All right, well, first things first, I'm going to just mute my desktop audio because some weird things might be happening in the meantime. Look at that. That just popped up for no reason. This cursor is absolutely cursed. It's not a cursor. It's just cursed. I'm going to have to try this second option here, folks. Cross your fingers. And now I got to work on getting that volume away. Yeah, you shouldn't be hearing that, but I've got the volume down. I got it. All right. Hopefully this game isn't going to be too far behind, folks. This game might be a little bit below, a little bit behind you, a little bit slower. Whatever you guys can do to sync up your game with me, you know, pause it, allow me to catch up. You know the deal, folks. Anyway, let's take a look at the starting lineups here. We're just a few minutes away from first pitch. For the Orioles, leading off, playing shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Jordan Westberg back in the 2 spot, playing second base again. There's only one real change in this lineup today, which isn't too hard to understand considering the offensive success of yesterday. Anthony Santander will bat third and play right field. Colton Cowser again hitting cleanup and playing left field. Adley Rutschman is the one change. The person dropping out of the lineup today is Ryan Mountcastle. Ryan O'Hearn will play first base, and Adley Rutschman will DH. McCann will continue to catch for the second straight game. So Rutschman's going to bat fifth and DH. O'Hearn at first base hitting sixth. Ramon Arias at third base hitting seventh. Cedric Mullins in center field hitting eighth. And then McCann again batting ninth and doing the catching. For the Yankees, apparently they don't feel like any changes are needed. Same lineup as yesterday. Gleyber Torres is at second base leading off. Juan Soto in right field will hit second. Aaron Judge will hit third and play center. Austin Wells, the cleanup hitter, and doing the catching. Giancarlo Stanton, the DH, batting fifth. Jazz Chisholm Jr. at third base hitting sixth. Jason Dominguez, the rookie, at left field, batting seventh. Anthony Rizzo, the veteran first baseman, hitting eighth. And finally, in the 9th spot, Anthony Volpe at short. Folks, we are about to get started. I need a lucky. I did not have a chance to have one pregame, which means, yeah, I might look like I'm chain smoking tonight, but I'm just trying to catch up. And I got the coffee here that is yet to have one sip. Oh, boy. Yeah, folks, I woke up super early today. I mean, today, for me being, you know, living 12 time zones away from the East Coast of the States, I woke up somewhere around 4 a.m., and I'm glad that I did, because when I logged onto my computer, I had realized that the Oakland A's were in the process of playing their final game ever in front of the home crowd in Oakland Coliseum, a venue that they've played in for 58 years, going back to 1968. The Oakland A's. And folks, look, I'm not an A's fan, but I got super emotional watching the final 3 innings or so, and then the post-game sort of ceremonial tribute that was going on with the field, addressing the fan base, and just shots of the crowd. And I mean, it got rough. they cut back to the TV studio. Whoever, I guess, does like pre and post game stuff, and the two guys at the desk. You had Bip Roberts. I don't know if you guys remember Bip Roberts, ex-major leaguer, guy known for his speed and defense, mostly a contact hitter, leadoff man. Bip Roberts. He was like the experienced ball player with the host, and both of these guys were just in tears. As soon as they got back to the studio, the host was like, "Well, Bip, any words about what's happening?" And Bip Roberts just started breaking down crying. Folks, I tell you right now, ain't nothing going to make a grown man cry much more than the game of baseball. Watch Field of Dreams. It will it'll let you know. So, yeah, that was difficult for me to watch. I was getting emotional. And it started to make me think about all of the memories I've had with the Orioles playing the Oakland A's over the years. Folks, if you want to, maybe we can do it throughout the ball game. But it's a topic I'd love to discuss and see some comments about. What is your favorite or just most stick out in your mind memory when it comes to the Orioles playing the A's? I can tell you mine. As soon as the question popped in my head, the answer took about 5, maybe 10 seconds. And that goes back to the special season, my favorite season growing up as a kid, the 1989 season, the Why Not Orioles. Take it back to the 26th of April, first month of that season. Again, this is a team coming off a season where they lost over 100 games. They lost the first 21 games of the season. They were the worst team in baseball. And going into 1989, nobody gave them a chance to do anything but finish dead last again. Well, what wound up happening is over the first few weeks of April, the O's looked pretty competitive. And in that process, we had a young rookie pitcher in the bullpen, kid by the name of Greg Olson. And Olson had only made one save as the Orioles had made their way out for their first West Coast trip of that season. They went to Oakland, and you got to remember, the Oakland A's in the late 80s were about as much of a powerhouse team as you could get. Canseco, McGuire, Henderson, Parker, the other Henderson, and that pitching staff. I mean, Eckersley closing it out, Dave Stewart, Bob Welch. Anyway, the Orioles got a big win on April 26, 1989, when Greg Olson came out in a one-run ball game in the 8th inning, got the 3 outs in the 8th with a strikeout, and then in the 9th inning, struck out the side, Greg Olson. He struck out Dave Parker, and then Dave Henderson, and then Mark McGuire. And that final pitch to McGuire was one of the most beautiful curveballs you ever seen. McGuire was absolutely frozen. And the Orioles won that game, and that was a statement game. We talk about the statement game the Orioles played last night. In 1989, that was a statement game, that this team was a team that wanted to compete against the very best, and we struck out 3 giant sluggers that night. I'll never forget it, April 26, 1989. So farewell to Oakland, and I feel bad for their fans. That is over half a century of history there. And it's tough. I mean, as Baltimore fans, you guys know what it's like to see a team up and leave on you. It's rough. Gunnar Henderson's going to lead it off, folks. Let's get back into good spirits. I just wanted to get that little part out of the way.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
This ball game is underway. First pitch is fouled away by Gunnar Henderson. 285 average. That's right, 89 was the earthquake series, Oakland and San Francisco. Battle of the Bay. This pitch is low, and the count is 1-1. The 89 Orioles coming up just short of going from the worst team in baseball to winning the AL East. They went into the final weekend of that season playing the Blue Jays, with the two teams just one game a part of each other. Unfortunately, the Blue Jays took 2 out of 3, and they took that division down before losing to the A's in the ALCS We got a 2-1 count right now on Gunnar Henderson leading off the ball game. Gerrit Cole is on the mound here for the Yankees. This pitch is a curveball that's tapped in front of the plate, but it hits in foul ground as Austin Wells pops up just in case there was a play to be made. The count is 2-2. Defensively for the Yankees, it is Dominguez, Judge, and Soto left to right in the outfield. Jazz Chisholm at third, Volpe at short, Torres at second, Rizzo at first, and Austin Wells behind the plate. 2-2 pitch to Gunnar is hit in the air left field. Left center going back, still going back, and Aaron Judge is going to make this catch, and Jason Dominguez more than happy to allow the big man to take over on this pitch hit to the deepest part of this ballpark, left center field. That is a deeper power alley out there. It's about 400 to left center. Gunnar Henderson flies out, though, onto the warning track to lead off the ball game. Here's my boy, Westberg.
Well, West is that way.
And he looks at a pitch low on the outside part of the plate. Westberg looking good straight out of his return from injury. And he's got a 1-0 count. Looks at a pitch outside again, 2-0. 271 the average on the season. It's a shame that he had to miss so much time. It's going to affect some of those counting numbers. But the averages all look pretty sharp. This pitch is a check swing. Did he go? No. 3-0 the count. Look at Jordan. Here's the 3-0, and taken all the way. That's a strike. Cole doesn't throw it right down the middle. He does throw it conservatively, though, within the zone in the lower outside part of the plate. 3-1 count on Gunnar. Excuse me, on Westberg. I need more coffee. This one is tapped to second. On a bounce, Volpe will throw out Westberg 2 away. I need more coffee, and I need a lucky. I need everything. Yeah, folks, so when it comes to who we're going to play in the wild card round, and this is just in case, I'm not leaving out the chance that somehow the Yankees get swept and somehow we sweep the Twins and we take the division, because why not? It's still a possibility. We'd have to win today, of course, as well, head-to-head. Anthony Santander at the plate, by the way. And first pitch is high for ball one.
That's not a tater tot. That's a tater giant.
Yeah, so right now it's all a matter of who are we going to get? Are we going to get the Royals or are we going to get the Tigers? Who do we want? Who do we prefer? I don't know. This pitch is called a strike. I mean, I feel like Kansas City might expose our weaknesses a little more with their run game. Even though we did take 4 out of 6 on the season, they were very close games. If you remember, Westberg had a walk-off home run in that opening week. Here's a ground ball to first base. Rizzo will take it to the bag unassisted, and the Orioles will go 1-2-3 here in the top of the third. In the top of the first, we go to the bottom of the first. God, can I just chug this coffee, please? Bottom of the first, Orioles nothing, Yankees coming up to hit. So, yeah, the Royals right now and the Tigers have the same record. The Royals apparently have the tiebreaker. So if the season were to end today, that's who we play. We play Kansas City. And if the records stay even at the end of the season, that's who we play, Kansas City. But you still have to give the advantage to the Tigers with 3 games left to go. Kansas City has to go to Atlanta, a team that is still in the playoff hunt themselves. So that's going to be high competition. Meanwhile, the Tigers will be at home in front of their home crowd with what is the absolute opposite of high competition. They will be hosting the historically awful Chicago White Sox. So even though the Royals have only 3 games left and have an edge right now, I think you got to favor Detroit. or the White Sox are pretty much holding our fate in their hands, depending to decide who we're going to play here. That's right, folks. Who we play next week in the wild card is going to depend on what the White Sox are doing. Hey, you never know. I think they've won 2 in a row, and you know, they might have a little bit of pride in them. They might give the Tigers a little bit. By the way, the Tigers have won 9 out of 10. So that's the deal. You got the Royals, who I feel like, if you didn't look at who was hot and who was cold, I feel like the Royals are a tougher opponent for us. But then you have to consider the fact that the Royals have gone 3-7 in their last 10, while the Tigers have won 9 out of 10. And by the time they get done with the White Sox, it's probably going to be closer to 13 out of 14 or whatever it is. Do you want to face a team that hot? But then again, how hot can a team like that remain? Maybe they got too hot too soon. I don't know if you can maintain that all the way through, but we'll see. Gleyber Torres going to lead it off. Corbin Burnes' first pitch of the night is fouled away. Bottom of the first getting started. Gleyber hitting .257, 15 homers, 63 driven in. The 0-1 pitch is fouled away. 0-2. Yeah, that A.J. Hinch, he's a pretty good manager for Detroit. I got to admit, he like in-game decisions and some of the unorthodox things that he's been doing with his roster. You can't fault the results of late, that's for sure. 0-2 the count on Gleyber Torres as McCann is adjusting some equipment here, I think. Got a bit of a delay right now. Oh, I know the Tigers put up 7 runs, and I'm sure they... yeah, I mean, the Tigers are hotter than the Royals. That's for sure. So do we want Kansas City? If we want Kansas City... then we got to really root for the White Sox. We really got to root for those White Sox if Kansas City's what you want. Yeah, I know. But again, folks, I don't read a whole lot in the streaks once the calendar flips to October. Things happen. Again, we went into October last year looking fantastic. The Rangers went into October last year scuffling. And then we play him in the division round, and how did that go? There's a swing and a miss. Gleyber Torres strikes out. Corbin Burnes, 1 batter, 1 K.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
A modern-day Greg Maddux, Bruce. I mean, you're welcome to have the opinion, but I respectfully have to decline on that comparison. Greg Maddux was a once in a half century kind of a pitcher in terms of command, control. I don't think Burnes holds a candle to Greg Maddux. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Corbin Burnes is a very good pitcher. One of the top pitchers right now in 2024, but Maddux... We are talking about one of the best pitchers I've ever seen in my lifetime. That's for sure. 0-2 the count on Soto, by the way. Apologies. Again, I'm just kind of waking up here. Swing and a miss. Juan Soto down on 3 pitches. Take a seat, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Hey, look, Bruce, you might be right, all right? I mean, right now, Burnes has struck out the first 2 batters, last 2 games, 7 innings without giving up a run. He might be 69 Bob Gibson right here. Or was that 67? What year did Bob Gibson have a sub-2 ERA? was like 1.44 or some crazy thing. Here's Aaron Judge. Bases empty, 2 down, and I say don't give him anything to hit. Yeah, Burnes blowing everybody away would be great. This pitch is low and away, and I think Burnes is going that way. That pitch was nowhere close. It's 2-0. Folks, we have a recipe. And right now, it is a scoreless game with Judge at the plate. With 2 down, you put him on. And you expect to get one of the next couple of batters out before they have a chance to score. Hey, Bruce, no problem. It's okay. Again, you're welcome to your opinion. I just, if you're going to put it out there with expecting a response, that's my response. The 2-1 pitch to Judge. That is low and 3-1 now. I would not let him swing the bat here. Three-one pitch. Burnes with a perfect pitch. A slider. Bottom of the zone on the outside corner, out of the reach of the bat of Judge. Perfectly placed. Full count. Maybe Burnes can get him. If he does, it is a very good sign. As the umpire jumps out of the way and asks for time for Aaron Judge. Full count, 2 down, bottom of the first, no score. Corbin Burnes has struck out the first 2 batters he's faced. He's got a full count here on Aaron Judge. Well, I'm telling you the count, Brian. I'm actually giving you the count with every pitch. Swing and a miss. Corbin Burnes strikes out the side in order. There's your count, Brian. The count now is 3-3. As in 3 strikes, you're out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
All right. Corbin Burnes looking good. Strikes out the side with Soto and Judge in the mix. Corbin.
Hey, Corbin. Hey, Corbin, man. This is Chris Tucker from the Fifth Element, man. Hey, Corbin. Corbin, you gotta help, man. You gotta pitch the best tonight, man. Corbin. Come on, Corbin.
Anybody ever see The Fifth Element? Tell me this impression is not right on.
Corbin, come.
This is the entire movie of The Fifth Element. As soon as Chris Tucker gets on the screen.
Hey, Corbin, man. Come here, Corbin. Corbin, I need help, man. Help me, man. Corbin, where you go, Corbin?
Somebody out there knows that's a dead-on impression. Somebody. See, Dan knows. I'm telling you, Dan. Go back and watch that movie.
I don't know, but he's from Festive Paradise. Hey, Corbin.
I mean, that voice for like an hour straight. I love that movie, except Chris Tucker's voice. It's just, all right, we get it. You're obnoxious. But you're being obnoxious for like 70 minutes straight.
Hey, Corbin, man.
And that's all he does. He's just constantly yelling for Corbin.
Hey, Corbin. Corbin, man, come here. I need your help, man.
Oh, man. By the way, The Fifth Element is probably one of the better movies in the pre-CGI era. If you go back and watch The Fifth Element, the vast majority of the effects in that are practical, and if you look at it, it's rather amazing. Even though the movie is kind of silly, it's still a fun watch. Here's Colton Cowser.
Hey, Corbin. Hey, Colton, man, we need a home run, man. Hit that ball far, man.
This pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike to the milkman. Get some cows up, folks. What are you doing? You guys got work to do in here in the Charm City chat. Oh, yeah, the blue lady, the blue opera singer in the movie. I bought the soundtrack to that movie just so I can have a copy of that tune she sang. That was pretty badass. Once it gets all funky. Like it's all nice and operatic, and then suddenly it just goes into this like sort of like industrial pop dance tune. Mia Jovovich kicking butt. All right, 1-2 the count on Cowser. Let me lock in here. This pitch is upstairs on a check swing. No swing. The count is 2-2 on Cowser, leading off the top of the second. Cowser has been heating up as he is trying to set his eyes on getting that Rookie of the Year award. He takes one low and in. It's a full count now on Colton. Right now, it looks like a race between Louis Heel, the Yankee pitcher, and Cowser, the position player. That's a swing and a miss on a full count, and Cowser strikes out. One away here in the second. Coming up next, Adley Rutschman.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Folks, I would expect this to be a pretty low-scoring game, at least through the first 6 innings or so, because Corbin Burnes and Gerrit Cole, they both understand. I mean, this is a huge matchup between two of the top pitchers in the league, and they both want to win. Here's a breaking ball, a slider at the bottom of the zone to Rutschman. To begin this at bat, it's in there for a called strike. Next pitch is a knuckle curve in the dirt. And the count even up at a ball, 1 strike. Rutschman's average at a even 250 coming into today. Oh, man, post. I don't know why that got deleted. This ball's hit to right. I was just about to comment on that. And it's going to back up Juan Soto just a couple steps in front of the track. He makes the catch. So Rutschman with a hard liner to the opposite field. And with the short right field here, it backed up Soto to the edge of the track, but that's about it. 73 degrees and cloudy skies here on this evening in New York. Ryan O'Hearn coming up right now.
Fight's on. Let's turn and burn.
Oh, was there a bad word in there? Sorry about that, post. What was it you were saying? I'm gonna take a look anyway. I don't mean to overstep, but I was just curious what it was I was reading there. Right. Yeah, because I had this problem too. This ball's hit on the ground to second base. Gleyber Torres to first in time. Another quick 1-2-3 inning for Gerrit Cole. We go to the bottom of the second. Scoreless in the Bronx. Yeah, post. I got what you're saying in post. I had this, especially like in my 20s. You know, working at nightclubs and stuff, and just or sort of my college year. Yeah, there's always that friend. It's like I'm gonna quit, and then you hang out with them, and it's like, can I bum a cigarette, man? I'm quitting, but just need one to take the nerves off. And I'm like, all right, yeah, here's a smoke. An hour later, man, you got another one, dude? Like, come on, man. I know you got at least half a pack. You can spare another, right? I'm like, yeah, I can. 2 days later, we're hanging out. Hey, you got a smoke? Yeah, I do, actually. In fact, I've got about 16 of them here in this pack. Why do you ask? Well, I'm trying to quit, and like, no, you're not. You're trying to smoke for free. Leave me alone. Go buy a pack. And enough of this nonsense, sir. You insult me with this ruse. You want to smoke? Smoke. All right. Bottom of the first coming up. O'Hearn, Urias. O'Hearn made the last out. Oh, wait a minute. It's the Yankees coming up to hit. Wells, Stanton, and Chisholm due up for the Bronx Bombers. So, folks, I threw it out there already. I gave you my memory between, the Orioles playing Oakland over the last 57 years or so. Any of you out there have any memories yourself when it comes to facing off against Oakland? Maybe you remember that no-hitter we pitched, a combined no-hitter. I think Bob Malacky started it. That was, I think, in 1991. I think Greg Olson was involved in that as well. 4 pitchers combining for a no-hitter back, again, I think it was in Oakland at that Coliseum. And that was, I think Mark Williamson was one of the relievers in there as well. Somebody else. First pitch to Austin Wells in the bottom of the second is called a strike. Wells hitting .233, 13 homers, 54 driven in. And this ball is hit hard on the ground, but a nice pick on a bounce there by Ryan O'Hearn. He will take it to the bag unassisted for the first out in the bottom of the second. So Burnes has retired the first 4 batters he's faced. Giancarlo Stanton due up next. And so far in this series, we've kept him quiet. And he has struck out a lot. Nobody has any memories involving the A's. Okay, I guess my nightly topic is a giant dud. Really, folks? Nothing? All right. Hey, by the way, here's some interesting information. And Stanton finally does get to us. That ball's going to go. That ball will reach the left field seats by a few rows. It's a solo homer from Stanton. And the Yankees take the early lead here, his 27th of the season. A line drive shot to left off of Burnes. Well, folks, don't be surprised when Corbin Burnes gives up a solo home run during a start. It is not unusual for him. And yet he figures out a way to still give you 6 to 7 innings, keep his ERA under 3, which it still is. But those things do happen. All right, Jazz Chisholm coming up. And he hits the ball on the ground. That's going to find a hole between second and short. A worm burner into the outfield. So a home run followed immediately by a single by Chisholm, and he's got some speed. And this is the one guy you really don't want to have at first base with Corbin Burnes pitching, because Chisholm will likely try to swipe this base, with especially with Burnes and his unfortunate inability to hold base runners effectively. Jason Dominguez, switch hitter, batting from the left side. He's up. And a big cut and a miss on a curveball that, if it didn't hit the dirt, it was close. You remember watching the A's play the Reds in the early 70s. You played sick to get out of school. You're talking about like in the World Series. What was it, 72? Was 72 Reds A's? Or was it more than 1 year? The A's won like 3 straight pennants, right? 72, 73, 74. They had one great run in that early 70s and then that late 80s run. Those were their 2 best eras of Oakland baseball. Jason Dominguez takes ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stanton. He hit a home run. Chisholm is at first. And the pitch is perfectly placed knee-high on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chisholm has yet to take off, and Burnes hasn't even thrown over there to check on him yet. One-two pitch to Dominguez. Swung on and missed. A slider breaking low and in. Dominguez with the whiff.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
There you go. The whiff. Another strikeout for Burnes. His fourth here in the second inning. Well, his fourth of the night, just in the second inning. That might have sounded a bit confusing. Anthony Rizzo is up now with 2 down, runner at first, and he looks at a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Jazz Chisholm apparently has no interest in attempting to get into scoring position here, and I'm not complaining about it. I thought they brought this guy in to give them a little bit of speed in the lineup. Maybe they didn't get the memo that Corbin Burnes doesn't do so well at holding base runners. What a terrible swing by Rizzo on this curveball. I mean, he waved that like that was that was bad. That was a bad swing. Burnes making Rizzo look foolish there. Rizzo asks for time. 0-2 the count. 2 down in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Yankees on a solo home run by Giancarlo Stanton. So, folks, did you know that the Oakland A's, their first game they played in Oakland at the Coliseum back in 1968 was against us? Final score of that game, Orioles 4, Oakland 1. So we were there to help christen that ballpark and that brand new franchise that had just moved over from Kansas City. This pitch is called strike 3, and that looked below the zone, but this umpire might be on our side tonight. Game 1, Game 2, those umps were trash. Game 3, a trash call, but it works out for us.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
I will take it. I know the Yankees got a run on there. Folks, once again, I mean, how often have you seen Corbin Burnes give up a solo home run in the opening innings? It's happened many a time. It's never been the sole reason why we can't win or lose a game. Let's see if these bats can get something going now against Gerrit Cole. First 2 innings, nothing doing. Oh, what else is happening? Oh, by the way, I know this is going to excite everybody. According to my email package tracker, the chair is likely to arrive today. Now, it's only 6:38 a.m. here. It's not going to come here today during the broadcast, but perhaps in time for the Minnesota Twins series, your boy will unveil the chair. And the chair will join the hat in Birdwatcher Channel lore. Zachary Hawley Memorial Chair. That's right, folks. I mean, Zach, where you been, buddy? We need you back for more reasons than one. But you got to be here for the chair unveiling. It's going to have your name on it, buddy. Yeah, a lot of Oakland guys. I think Bip Roberts, he was breaking down crying. He's from the Oakland area. A lot of players come out of the Oakland era. A lot of good players. Hell, MC Hammer used to be a bat boy for the A's. Did you guys know that? Who here, hand to heart, was aware that MC Hammer, when he was a kid, was a bat boy for the A's? First pitch of the top of the third, is swung on and fouled away by Ramon Urias. Where are you at, boy?
I have a brother.
The 0-1 pitch. That is a breaking ball hit on the ground, foul, third base side. And Urias quickly in an 0-2 hole. Aren't we all allergic to mosquitoes in some way? God, can't we just get rid of them? Why can't we just get rid of them? You can't sit there and tell me that removing mosquitoes is going to ruin the whole chain. Just, there's one thing I feel like everybody can get behind and agree on. It's like, let's just get rid of these mosquitoes. Let's just pull our efforts together and eliminate these damn things. The 1-2 pitch is off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, but BW, don't you understand nature? You can't just remove a species. It's going to have a chain reaction, and next thing you know, plant life will start dying, or there'll be an overpopulation of this or that. Well, to that I say, well, then why do I hear all the time that like every day we lose like 25 or new species or something? What's one more? If they keep coming and going, why don't we just get rid of mosquitoes? I don't think that's a whole lot to ask. It's not fair. It's not fair to have the ability to fly and fly in a fluttery knuckle curveball kind of way. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off of Austin Wells there at the plate, and he is definitely in pain. He is sliding across the ground on his knees, trying to work off. Yeah, that one went right off the right knee, on the inner part of the knee there. Yeah, Frank Robinson, Joe Morgan. Yeah, but you mean to tell me that all of those animals, the man can't just eat something else? They're relying solely on mosquitoes? I just don't believe it. To me, that's like saying, hey, if you close McDonald's, Americans are going to starve. No, they'll just eat something else. I'm not buying it. Get rid of them. It's not fair to be able to fly around basically like a ninja, where you can't even see them. They land on you with their filthy little needle nose. They stab it into your bloodstream. They take blood out of you while leaving behind filth, and then move on to the next victim. They're terrible. What are they doing for us other than spreading disease? They stink. I want rid of them. I'm sorry. Malaria? Hello. Yeah, again, spiders will eat something else. I've seen spider webs, and I've seen more than just mosquitoes trapped in said spider webs. Folks, you're not going to be able to talk me out of it. Whoever the hell is eating a mosquito can eat something else. The bats will eat something else. They will. And by the way, where are these bats eating all these mosquitoes? I would have a pet bat if I knew it meant, forget the citronella candles. Just give me a bat, if that's all it took. Apparently the bats aren't doing their job. Eat more. Payoff pitch to Arias. Swung on, hit on the ground, shortstop. Volpe over to first. 1 away. One down in the top of the third. Here's Ced Mullins.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Mosquitoist. All right. I know. I'm a terrible person. Hey, by the way, jellyfish can take a hike too. What are they doing other than floating around, being asexual, while stinging anything that gets near it? They don't even do anything. They float, they sting, and they bang themselves. I mean, what the hell is that? This pitch is low. I can deal with fleas. See, again, I'm a fair guy. I will put up with fleas. Are they a nuisance? Yes. Are they spreading disease like mosquitoes? No. Are they penetrating your skin with their filthy needle nose? No. 2-1 the count on Ced Mullins. Welcome to BW's Wild Kingdom. As we explore science and biology and all these wonderful topics. This pitch is foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, Ced Mullins. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the third. The Orioles are looking for their first base runner of the ball game. Last night, the first 6 batters all got hits. That's right. I mean, is there anything worse than when you smack a mosquito and you just see a little blood puddle there, knowing they already got you, and that's your blood? Swing and a miss by Mullins. He goes down. 2 away in the third, and Gerrit Cole is in top Gerrit Cole mode right now. Oh, boy. If it's going to be a duel, that one run by Stanton's home run, you don't want that to be the deciding factor. Here's James McCann.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
I had a skeeter on my Peter. I whacked it off. What are the rest of those lyrics? That's got to be a song, right? I'm thinking Leonard Cohen, maybe. 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled away off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike on McCann. His average is at 231, which for him, that's about as high as it's been. It's been hitting okay recently. Hey, BW, the 70s era A's were the coolest team during the decade. Names like Catfish Hunter, Vida Blue, Sal Bando, Raleigh Fingers were with the stash. Dave Duncan was the catcher and became an 0-75. Yeah, I mean, the A's created that whole culture of the 70s, really sprung out of the A's, and why not? I mean, we're talking about the San Francisco Bay Area. The long hair, the crazy facial hair, the sort of, hippie attitude made its way into baseball, and it all really did start with Oakland. By the way, Oakland, here's another fact that you might not know. The Oakland A's fans, they were the first to come up with the wave. Probably the most common tradition that you might see at any ballpark, major league, minor league, whatever. The wave originated in that ballpark in Oakland. If they didn't, then the broadcast team I was watching today was lying to me. That was their claim anyway. This pitch is low and away. McCann has worked the count full here with 2 down. Hey, speaking of invasive fish, anybody here familiar with the Candiru fish? Boy, there's a fun fish. Boy, you ladies, if you ever think us guys have it easy, you don't have to worry about the Candiru fish like we do. Boy, is that a problem you don't want. Here comes a payoff pitch to McCann, and that is low. Ball 4. We've got our first base runner, and Gerrit Cole shows that he's not going to be perfect tonight. A big walk here with 2 down.
I'm walking here.
Allows Gunnar Henderson a chance to come up to hit with a runner on base.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Just need to get things going there. Yeah, the man right there. And then they expand something like an umbrella with barbs on it, so you can't take it back out, or else you'll just shred it like a lamb meat in a gyro. Henderson asks for time. He's got a 1-0 count. McCann's not going to be able to put himself in a scoring position. So Gunnar's going to need an extra base hit to drive in a run here. 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. 2-0. I'm in the mood for a bugle. Oh, Bill Spaceman Lee throwing a no-hitter on acid, right? This pitch is popped up left side, and going out into left field is Chisholm. He makes the catch to win the inning. Well, the Orioles didn't do much. They still are without a hit, but they at least got their first base runner of the night. And we're going to have to just try to build off of that, maybe get our first hit next inning and our first run the inning after that. Gerrit Cole's looking very sharp. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Yankees. Oh, Doc Ellis. My apologies. Well, what about Bill Spaceman Lee? You mean to tell me he wasn't tripping balls? I thought all of his stories were about tripping balls. You know, more than one ball player can pitch on acid, you know. Doc Ellis did it while tripping. That's the difference. And I should have remembered that. So that one's on me. Hey, can you blame me for forgetting? I did a lot of acid too in my day. Yeah, and didn't they have Billy Martin for a while too? When Billy Martin fell out of favor with the Yankees and those 5 different rehires, Billy Martin was running the A's for a little bit too, right? Hey, folks, here's a fun fact. If I go bowling and I am sober, I'll probably throw 50% gutter balls. If I'm bowling and I have somewhere between 3 to 5 alcoholic beverages, I can bowl 200 plus points easy. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing. For some reason, the alcohol, I get locked in. It's weird. Although I have to admit, I haven't bowled in a very long time. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not lying. The difference between me bowling sober versus not dead drunk, but just a buzz. It just, yeah. It's just, I get that tunnel vision and like everything just, I let go of the bowling ball and it just feels natural. I don't know why that is. Same with pool, by the way. Playing pool, same thing. Here's the first pitch to Anthony Volpe. He lifts it to right field. Not a whole lot on it. Anthony Santander's waiting. He's got it. 1 away. Back to the top of the order. Gleyber Torres, 0 for 1. Yeah, darts. You're right. You're right. I would do better at darts as well. What is that? That is so interesting that certain activities like that, you're actually better intoxicated. Again, folks, I played Tetris on acid. I did better. I don't know what it is. You lock in. You lock in. That's a called strike. That looked inside to Gleyber Torres. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Yankees. A win here for New York would clinch the division, which seemed all but locked up a couple of days ago. But I can tell you this, folks. If they do win this ball game today, the celebration isn't going to be nearly as wild as I'm sure it would have been if they beat us in the first game of this series, because that would have been part of a momentum. But having been humbled, I'd say, here in the first 2 games against us, knowing that even if they win today, they'll finish 5-8 against us on the season. Yeah, they'll celebrate, but it's not going to feel as good as it would have a couple of days ago. This pitch is off the plate, and the count is 2-2. Now, if we were to win today, Yankee Nation is going to have a meltdown. They're going to predict that they're going to get swept by the Pirates. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Torres chases a cutter off the plate.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Corbin Burnes, 1 mistake pitch to a home run hitter. Otherwise, by the way, that might have been a foul tip. Looks like that ball slightly touched the bat there on the way into the glove. 2 down. Juan Soto looks at a called strike. A curveball from Burnes. Soto struck out his first time up. So Torres has struck out both times. Soto has struck out, and Judge coming up next struck out. Seems like Corbin Burnes really wants to go after the top of the order here. This pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. This pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Come on, Corbin. Strike out Soto back-to-back at bats. That would be very impressive. Not the easiest guy to K. Oh, curling. I love curling. Even though I've never played it, I love watching it when it comes around for the Winter Olympics. That pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, I that's like my Zen, like, go into a state of, what do you call it? A meditative state. This pitch is fouled away. I will zone out watching some curling. There's just something about sweeping those brooms super fast. All right, 2-2 the count on Soto, folks. 2 down, bases empty. Pitch from Burnes. Just a bit low. Count has gone full. That was a changeup. But 92 on the change. Probably want to take another mile or 2 off that pitch. It's a little too close to the cutter and velocity. Swing and a miss on a pitch upstairs. Burnes went low and then went high to get Soto to chase one and strike out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh, my goodness. Soto 0 for 2, striking out both times. That feels good. Make me feel good. Make me feel good.
Where's you from?
Baltimore.
What?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? What's that?
Look, it doesn't really matter, all right?
Ooh. Ha. All right, I've got a lucky. It's kind of special. Hey, by the way, yesterday, folks, you want to talk about being self-absorbed. Yeah, I spent part of my evening listening to the replay of my own call of the game yesterday. I also listened to some Yankee streamers calling the same game. Maybe not the entire of the game, but some of the highlights, or in their case, lowlights. And that was pleasing to watch. But yeah, boy, I was that was my proudest call of the game, of any game this season, right there. I'll say it. I'm patting myself on the back for that one. I mean, it had it all, folks. The game calling, the humor, the interactions, the whole shebang. It was it's everything you want, right? What more do you want, folks? Actually, you're going to get more. You're going to get more. As soon as I get this new computer, you're going to get more. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's weird. You know, I used to, sometimes when I would hear a celebrity or like an actor or an actress getting interviewed and like, hey, do you ever watch your own movies? And they're like, oh, I never watch myself. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, it's so and it just sounds artificial to me. Like, really? You never? Come on, you're in like a movie that people have been talking about now for 30 years. You've never seen it. I always feel like they're full of it. But I do kind of get it now. It is kind of weird to just sit there and watch yourself. But, for a game like yesterday, I felt like reliving it. This pitch is tapped in front of the plate. Westberg is going to try to hustle it out, but unfortunately he won't make it. Westberg, close play at first, trying to beat out an infield hit. And Gerrit Cole got to the ball, picked it up barehanded, threw a strike, and did get Westberg by half a step. One away here in the top of the fourth. Sorry about missing you on that one, Westberg. Where are you at, buddy?
West is that way.
Anthony Santander coming up.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Folks, if Gerrit Cole is going to be really on tonight, it might be up to Tony to have one of those classic Tony home runs on a pitch that you feel like nobody else could get a home run off of. He takes outside for ball one here. That's what Tony can do. He's got a knack for hitting a ball hard that a lot of other batters can't even touch. This pitch is swung on a missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gerrit Cole is now at 50 pitches here in the fourth, so the pitch count is fine. For him, this pitch is low. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Yeah, all good. The Home Run Derby stream should still be up there. It should be easy to find. It's the only thumbnail that's kind of different than the others. That one is a called strike. Tony thought it was inside. It looked like it did catch the inside corner, and the count is 2-2. Where are my scissors? Got a little surgery I need to do. 2-2 pitch. Tony reaches for one a foot off the plate, but he's able to foul it away to keep this at-bat going. Still 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. The Orioles still looking for their first hit. First hit. Come on now. 2-2 to Tony. Low for ball 3. Come on. I need a bugle. Oh, yeah, all good. I can tell you, man, just hang out, and you'll get lots of laughs here. I like to make people laugh, especially when situations feel like the morale isn't so great in here. This pitch is hit in the air by Tony. It's high, but it's not far. Coming in, actually, is Soto, and that is actually a pretty shallow fly ball out to right. 2 down in the inning. Folks, get some cows up and get them up quick. We really need some somebody to get to Gerrit Cole here. First pitch to Cowser is a breaking ball. Man, I wish Cowser was looking for a curveball because that was very hittable. Instead, he lets it go in there for strike 1. And this next pitch starts at the same spot as the curve, but it's a high fastball. And that is how you pitch. You release that ball at the same eye line as the previous pitch, and you try to make the batter think it's the same pitch. And then you really trick them. Here's a 1-1 pitch off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. I got a feeling this little J here has got a little too much resin in it, and it's probably going to not burn very well. This is not my best work. That is taken for a called strike 2, bottom of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on, top of the fourth. 1-0 Yankees. The Orioles are still hitless. Just 1 base runner. A walk to the number 9 man, McCann. The pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Still 2-2. Maybe lighting this thing up will help. The pitch swung on and missed. It did not help. Cowser goes down swinging. And Baltimore has been extremely quiet on offense through the first 4 innings. A stark contrast from last night. But, folks, I will be all right. That's really not a big J. I actually cut about an inch off of it, and it's rather thin. It's thinner than a cigarette. You make J's smaller than this? You must get blisters on your lips. The pitch count's fine, Dan. He's like 4 innings, like 50 pitches, 52, something like that. I mean, it's like 13 an inning. Oh, it's up to 61. Okay, all right. I apologize. So right at 15 an inning, which is standard. And he can definitely go over 100 pitches. He's that kind of guy. So if he's on a pace to throw 90 pitches through 6, he'll go 7 and go 105. He'll do it. Oh, yeah. Folded filters are for rookies. I'm all natural. Ain't nothing better than getting a little piece of weed in the bottom of your lung and hacking it up like a cat with a fur ball. Or a hairball, is that what you call it? Aaron Judge going to leading off in the bottom of the 4th. The Hat. The Hat says hello, folks. How are you doing? Got some good plants going there, all good. Sativa, indica, what you rocking over there? You doing some hydroponics? Well, what you doing? Aaron Judge to lead it off, bottom of the 4th. First pitch, low and away. Ball 1. And actually, it looks like the screen here is timed perfectly. Maybe we can hang around and actually watch the pitch-by-pitch tracker here. 1-0 pitch is inside, and the count is 2-0. It would be so nice to be able to have this part of the screen up during the whole ball game, but you just have to be lucky some nights. 2-0 pitch. That one is fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 is taken low and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Judge. Always a dangerous count for a hitter like this. And wow, look at Burnes challenging Judge, a sinker that was right down Broadway, and Judge took it. So I think Corbin is in Judge's head, mixing up his pitches. Judge looking for something that he's not getting. And now this pitch is nowhere near the zone for ball 4. Judge with a leadoff walk. Oh, you live in Florida, the man? Man. Oh, man, Florida. Wow. How do you do it, man? Much respect. I don't know how anybody lives in that state. It just seems like the craziest place on earth. It seems like the post-apocalypse before it happens. It's like Florida's giving us a preview. All right, 0-1 the count. 1 on. Nobody out. This ball's hit on the ground, right-hand side foul. 0-2 on Austin Wells. All right. If Burnes can get a strikeout here, that'd be great, but a ground ball might even be better. Let's get a double play maybe. 0-2 pitch. Now it's hit on the ground, and Urias to second. Gunner to first. There's your double play. Your boy just called it. Come on now. Shift on. Urias playing closer to the shortstop position. Perfectly positioned to start this double play around the horn. And that actually goes as a 5-6-3 double play. You don't see that too often, but that is the case. Giancarlo Stanton, 2 down, nobody on. Usually you'll get a 5-4-3 on a ball like that, but Gunnar Henderson covering the bag as the middleman. This pitch is a called strike to Stanton. The count is quickly 0-2. Stanton has got the one swing of this game that has put something on the board. One of his classic compact swings. Just a spring-loaded swing, and he yanked a pitch over the left field wall his first time up. He's got a 1-2 count now. And the next pitch is swung on, tapped foul at the plate. Just got a piece. R.W. Clippy checking in. I don't know if you're waving at me, but there you go. Hi. Hi. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sit down, Stanton. Come on, Corbin. We can't let that one home run define this game.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
We can't just let one little Yankee and again, it was a Yankee Stadium home run, folks. Stanton hit it really hard, but it was low and just into the first couple of rows, much like the Juan Soto home run to right field last night. It's one of those Yankee Stadium home runs. I honestly don't know what I'm smoking. But I think it came from this place. Where, somewhere around there. It came from here, wherever it was. The man, you don't want to think too much. See, my problem is no matter what I do, I think too much. In fact, that is a phrase that I've heard told to me for so long that when I hear it, I'm in Thailand now, folks. I meet Thai people, okay, where English is their second language, and I'll start a friendship or perhaps a romantic relationship, and within like a week, I will get my first, you think too much. But I think it's part of the culture out here, because here I think people really stress the whole idea of just like letting your anxiety just go. But at the same time, anxiety isn't something that's like a switch. It is not necessarily something you can just control. Some people are more, affected by it than others. But over here, anxiety is, I tell you, you get blunt honesty over here. If you walk in 5 pounds heavier than you were the last time you saw somebody, they're going to go, hey, you got fat. What happened? But if you walk in 5 pounds skinnier, they'll go, hey, oh, look at you. You've lost weight. It's the first thing they'll say. If you meet somebody Thai that you haven't seen in a little bit. They'll let you know. First pitch to Adley Rutschman. Actually, I just thought of something else that was funny. Rutschman fouls a pitch back.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
I visited a building I used to live in, and one of the employees there, I was doing my laundry, so I was wearing one of my, laundry day shirts, which had, a hole in the armpit. And this lady, she noticed the hole in the armpit. I'm sitting here talking to somebody else. She just walks up to me and just like laughs in my face while pointing at my armpit. And then I'm like trying to laugh along with her. She says nothing. She just laughs, points at me, and then walks away. I'm like, thank you for sharing that moment with me. Anyway, I'm sorry, folks. I am digressing. I don't know why. I'm not calling my best game tonight. Adley Rutschman at the plate, top of the fifth, leading off. He's got a 1-2 count. And this pitch is swung on and fouled away. It's still 1-2. I don't know why it is, folks. I just feel like just having some nice conversation while trying to keep engaged in the ball game as well as kind of where we need to be right now. We have a lot of emotions that are going to be flying not too long from now, and I feel like the best course for all of us is to maybe just relax a little bit. Try and preserve a little bit of that energy because we're going to need it. One and two on Rutschman, and I don't know if you're getting spoiled here with these pitch-by-pitch animations here. This pitch is low. We got a long AB going on here, folks. It's a full count on Rutschman, and that deserves a bugle. I'm sorry, they're still showing 2-2. Rutschman gets into one, right center field, but not deep enough. Aaron Judge will catch this probably 15 feet in front of the track for out number one. Prawley. Not Deffy, but Prawley. Here is Ryan O'Hearn.
Fight's on. Let's turn and burn.
You're going to do a bong, Elgood? Dude, if it's glass, be careful. That could be very dangerous. Oh, you mean like use one? I thought you meant... Oh, I read that wrong, Elgood. I'm sorry. Ryan O'Hearn's got a 1-0 count. I'm like, I guess you could. There you go. Smoke a what? 2-0 on Ryan O'Hearn. Come on, man. Let's get on base here now. I've only got so many campfire stories to share. This pitch has popped up. O'Hearn slams his bat down. Shallow center field. Volpe backing up. And he does make the catch. Although he probably could have not make this look so difficult. There are two down, folks. Volpe caught that almost as if he was surprised it found his glove. Here is Ramon Urias. He takes a called strike.
I have a brother.
Hey, kind of weird is what we like here in Baltimore. There's a base hit from Ramon Urias, an opposite field single. Turn on the faucet for the first time today. I mean, give me something. Hit number one. We're only one hit away from matching the Yankees. How about we make it a homer and turn it into a 2-1 ball game? Said Mullins, you know what to do.
Well said, now you know what to do.
I'm ready for Mullins to do something. First pitch fouled back. 97 on the gun from Gerrit Cole. Mullins, the bum. He's a bum with 18 homers. He's a bum with, 32, 33 steals. He's a bum with an OPS that's over 700, and he's a bum that gives you a gold glove in center field. Those are the bum things about said Mullins. Yeah, is the average not great? Sure. Sorry, he doesn't do everything perfect. He fouls this pitch away. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down for the bum. In this ballpark, all it takes is one little turn on the pitch. Hit that porch and right. Let's go. Come on, said pitch. That's off the outside part of the plate. And best he can do is foul it away. Still 0-2 on the bum. I mean, look at that unkempt beard. What a bum. The 0-2. Swung on. Stay fair. That's a foul ball. Damn. Oh, said that ball was the one. Just a bit out in front, and that's not the first time in this series. Said is actually... He had a couple hits last night. In the first game, he went hitless, but a couple of balls that were very close to getting out of the yard. That ball was absolutely hammered just a little early on it. 0-2 pitch. Low and in, and that was close. I think we got the benefit of the doubt because the catcher had to reach across. I think he got squared up, or what do you call it? What do you call it when the pitcher and the catcher are not on the same page? Crossed up. He got crossed up. That's the. Thank you, Elgood coming in right on time, and that's what happened there. Anyway, foul ball now. 2 strikes still on Mullins. 1 ball, 2 strikes with a runner at first, 2 down. Said hanging in there. That ball was fouled off of the chest protector of Wells up near the shoulder. And his mask came flying off as he spun around. He is giving himself a minute to collect himself. I just said himself twice in the same sentence. And allow myself to introduce myself. Yeah, I just pulled an Austin Powers. I'm not proud of it. Next pitch from Gerrit Cole will be number 80. That pitch count has been creeping up here, despite the fact we haven't really done much. Pitch off the plate outside, 2-2. Mullins hanging in there. Folks, there were 2 out in this inning. Looked like just another breeze inning here for Cole, but Urias gets our first hit, and now Mullins making things tough. It's 2-2. Pitch. Way outside, ball 3. Come on, folks. One more. Charge. Gosh darn it. The hell are you doing, Charm City chat? Payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up, out of play. I'll give you another chance to do better, Charm City. Come on now. We're playing the frickin' Yankees. Wake up. Get up, get up. All right. That's more like it. 2 down, runner at first. Payoff pitch. Swung on the ground, right side, but right to the first baseman, Rizzo. He will go to the bag himself, and that'll end the inning. All right, folks, you did your job. You got the charge out there. Unfortunately, Mullins unable to get it done. Only Urias hasn't hit tonight, so it's all about Gerrit Cole getting it done right now for the Yankees. We just got to keep this game close and hope there's just a window somewhere. It's a 1-run game in the Bronx, folks. That means nothing. We're just on the wrong side of it right now, but plenty of chances still left to be on the right side. All right. I'm going to turn off the aircon here for a minute. Darn it, my little deodorizer thing I activate when I'm smoking indoors has fallen behind my bed. I would attempt to retrieve it, but I'm worried that my butt crack will show up on the camera here, so just have to deal with it today. You doing all right, El? Good. What are you on shrooms tonight or something? What's going on, buddy? You seem to be wigging out. Last night you came in sloshed up. Tonight you seem a little bit sobered, but now a little more paranoid. What are you on tonight? Nothing you know of? You got the got some withdrawal symptoms, maybe? Jazz Chisholm's going to lead it off here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch is swung on and swung on and missed. I thought he got a piece of that pitch. Chisholm has a base hit today, 254 average at the moment. He shows bunt here and pulls the bat back on a curveball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, folks, I hope everybody is here for this Twin Series on the weekend because we got a couple of things to celebrate, and they all involve me, okay? We're going to celebrate me this weekend. Why? 2 things are happening. One, we got a 2-1 count, by the way, on Chisholm. The chair has about an 80% chance of arriving today, and I will put it together and have it debut for tomorrow night's game against the Twins. 2, I'm what? I'm going to be 3 games away from having called every single damn game of the season. And again, two pitch is fouled away off to the right. Hey, PAS, how you doing, buddy? Sapure, man, talk to me, man. I mean, the Mets are really getting the shaft with this whole rainout situation, right? They're basically going to have to play 2 games on a Monday, and if they still get in, now they got to turn around and play the next day after having just played a doubleheader in a playoff situation. It's crazy. This is a curveball in the dirt from Burnes. The count has gone full on Jazz Chisholm here, leading off the bottom of the fifth. It's 1-0 Yankees. That 1 run on a solo homer by Giancarlo Stanton back in the 2nd inning. Payoff pitch from Burnes is swung on, hit to the right-hand side, and on a bounce, O'Hearn will take it to the bag himself. And that will be out number 1. Jason Dominguez is up next. Oh, but you won't have to face Chris Sale or Max Fried. Well, that's good. Do you not like going against? I mean, I know Sale is like Cy Young bound or whatever. So here's a swing and a miss by Dominguez, 0-1. But is it also? Do you enjoy the fact that they're both lefties? Do you match up better against righties than lefties? You think? This pitch is inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. .62 pitches for Burnes. 1 out in the 5th. This one's tapped foul behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They own the Mets. Braves had that 3-game series set up perfect. Oh, boy. Hang in there, Pure. Hang in there, buddy. This pitch is way in the dirt. That bounces in about 3 feet short of the plate. Corbin Burnes throwing a cricket pitch to Dominguez here. Hey, they're replaying Dominguez overrunning that ball down the left field corner last night. I don't mind watching that again. 1-2 the count on Dominguez. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch. Swung on and missed. He chased one inside, and Burnes racks up another K.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
God, we got to score a run for us. Corbin Burnes, 9 strikeouts. We're still in the 5th inning. Just 1 run. Last 2 starts, 7 innings each, without giving up a run. And tonight, it would have been another 4 2/3 more. But just 1 swing by Giancarlo Stanton. A line drive shot just over the left field wall. 1-0 pitch to Rizzo at the plate. That one's bounced in there. 2-0. The next pitch is not a strike. It looked pretty good. Looked like it kissed the outside edge, but the umpire does not give the call. 3-0 the count to Rizzo. Hey, folks, as always, I don't know if we have a whole lot of new people in tonight. It feels like we've got a lot of loyal people here. Here's a ball hit on the ground to Rizzo, from Rizzo to Ryan O'Hearn, and one first baseman will retire the other, as O'Hearn will get the unassisted put out at first to win the inning. We go to the 6th. It's still 1-0 New York. What was I going to say? Yeah, folks, I know I brought it up just as early as yesterday, but Pure Adrenaline Sports is another streaming play-by-play YouTube channel. And you want, in a play-by-play YouTube channel, a dedicated person, a grinder, someone who's there. And that's PAS. I mean, makes me look like a chump. This guy doesn't do just baseball. This guy is doing hockey. This guy's doing football. Imagine me trying to call it. Here's me calling hockey, by the way, folks. If you'd like to get a... Let me go ahead and close this. If you would like to get an idea of me doing play-by-play as a YouTube broadcaster, here it goes. It'd be something like this. On the left side, he passes it to the guy on the right, and there's a shot. Rebound over there in the corner, and goes around to what I can't see his name, but he's got it over. Goal! He scored. It would just be a nightmare. It would be an absolute... I can't do that. It's impossible for me. Absolutely impossible. Especially trying to do it watching it off of a TV. I would need additional stuff to help me do that. Thomas Fitzpatrick really does a great job calling hockey. I'm telling that young man he needs to know that he's got a real talent with that. And because it is, I think, probably the toughest major sport to do play-by-play on, particularly in a non-televised way, where you're really trying to describe the action. James McCann's going to lead off top of the 6th. He hits a line drive into left field over the glove of Volpe. We've got a leadoff single, our second hit of the ball game, folks. We're right there. Both teams with 2 hits now. That's James McCann, folks.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
The tough guy with a leadoff hit. Tying run on, nobody out. I just wish he had a little bit of speed, but folks, we got Gunnar Henderson coming up. He might not need much speed.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Folks, I'm feeling saucy right now. Yeah, it's only our second hit of the game. Yeah, we haven't really come close to scoring yet, but one swing right now will turn the tide here as Gunnar fouls this pitch away. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Gunner's 0 for 2 so far tonight. So's pretty much everybody else. The 1-1. That one is hit off the bat, but right to Aaron Judge. Oh, boy. Henderson just missing hitting what might have been a home run off the batter's eye. He squared it up, hit it right back up the chute, but right to Aaron Judge out there in center field, straight away. That is the first out. Here is Jordan Westburg. Which way's west, folks? Which way?
West is that way.
Oh, thank you. Cole's first pitch is well placed, knee high on the outside corner for strike 1. Next pitch, breaking ball hit on the right-hand side on a few bounces. It's going to be a tough play, but it's made there by Gleyber Torres. Westburg is out by half a step. McCann moves into scoring position with 2 down, and it's going to take a 2-out knock by Anthony Santander. And let's see, I don't expect them to give Tony the kind of treatment of just putting him on base, especially when that would put the go-ahead run on. But I don't know if Gerrit Cole, with that tying run out there at second, if he wants to pitch to Tony. Right now we're going to have a meeting on the mound. Everybody's in the talk, and this is actually a mound meeting that Gerrit Cole has apparently announced himself. I didn't see Austin Wells come into the picture first, and the rest of the infield follow suit. It's like Gerrit Cole just shouted to everybody around, hey, guys, come here. I got something I want to talk about. That's what makes Gerrit Cole a franchise-type pitcher. He's like that. Remember that whole situation with the intentional walk to Rafi Devers a few weeks back? He is an interesting figure on this Yankees team. Whatever he had to say, the rest of the infield is ready to follow suit. Here we go. Anthony Santander, first pitch, swing and a miss, 97 on the fastball. Cole gets ahead with the heat. Tony's 0 for 2 tonight.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Yes, it is. Pitch. Swing and a miss. It's the heater, and this time it's low and in, right on the edge of the zone. Tough pitch. It is 0-2 with 2 down, and that runner at second base. And this pitch is lined by Tony, but foul. Oh, he got a heater, but he was actually ahead of it. Tony guessed right, but too quick. 97, and he pulled it foul. Now it's a mind game here. I don't know if Cole's going to try another fastball after that swing, because Tony knows what to do next if he sees it again. I'm going to guess a slider or curveball coming up here. There's the curve, top of the zone, and they all start to walk away, but it's not strike 3. I love how pompous these Yankees are. And Aaron Boone is barking. What? Because you want to protect your boys from looking embarrassing out there? That pitch was above the zone. I'm sorry. Curveball started up, and, you know, it was a great pitch, but it was just high. Now Cole gets the strikeout. Fastball up and in. Tony gets jammed, and that's it. So Cole gets what he wants, which just makes the reaction of this Yankee team on the previous pitch look so petty. You got what you wanted one pitch later. Boy, are they a bunch of crybabies. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We're still down by 1 run. Oh, boy. I mean, we might only see Gunnar and Tony come up again one more time in this game. If we don't start getting some guys on here in the next couple of innings, we got to get this thing rolling. The score line is absolutely what I thought would happen. I said at the top of the program, expect a pitching duel, and I think you got you got exactly that. There's something else I wanted to bring up. Opposing team announcers is something that you don't see live. Why is that? What do you mean? Opposing team announcers is something that you don't see live. I don't know what that means. You mean when you're at the ballpark? When you're watching the game live? On together calling one game? You mean like, in this case, a Yankee broadcaster and an Oriole broadcaster would like do a game together? I don't know what you mean. Well, why would they do that? That's a terrible idea. Well, I can answer your question as to why is that, because it's a terrible idea. Why is it a terrible idea? I don't know. It's just so common sense. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like saying, why is it a terrible idea to walk into a campfire? I don't know what to tell you. I think it could be fun. Yeah, well, I don't know if for 162 games it would be fun. I think you want to kind of have your... First of all, if they're doing it the whole damn season, how is one really working for one team and one for the other? If they're together, then I don't know. All good. Come up with a new idea, please. Yennier Cano is on the pitch, bottom of the 6th. Anthony Volpe looks at a pitch off the plate for ball 1. Oh, streamers. Oh. Is that what you meant, all good? This pitch is off the plate 2-0. So I've already forgotten what the hell the thing. Oh, yeah. This has happened before. I've seen it before, I think. Right? PAS, you definitely have done a collab. I don't know if it was against the other guy. I don't know if the collabor was when your two home teams are playing each other, but I'm sure it's happened. This pitch is swung on and missed. If not with PAS, then somewhere. 2-2 the count. I'll tell you this, Allgood. I'll tell you why it wouldn't work. Because the people who tune in to a person that covers their team, they want that voice. They don't want to hear from the other team's voice. I mean, there's a swing and a miss. Volpe strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Cano gets the first out of the inning, striking out Anthony Volpe. And back to the top of the order for Gleyber Torres, 0 for 2. He struck out both times tonight. There is that sinker from Cano in there for a called strike. But not when it's our teams. Yeah, I just feel like you'd be doing your... I think both announcers would kind of probably be doing their respective followers a bit of a disservice. I mean, if it was like an exit, maybe like a spring training game, like, hey, PAS, you guys play what? Like Port St. Lucie, right? Port St. Lucie Mets? You guys are down in Florida. What the hell was that? I swear to God, I thought that was a Thai insect. No, it was just the fan blowing a bit of weed across the table. That's all that was. 2-1 pitch. is away. So, yeah, PAS, hypothetically, next spring, there's a Mets-Orioles game that's going to be on the TV. I wouldn't mind doing a collab for that. I think that would be fun. This pitch is just off the plate outside. And that is ball 4, a 1-out walk from Cano. And that is not the guy you want to walk. The guy that hits in front of Soto and Judge. Don't worry, PAS. You don't have to shoot it down or say a great idea one way or the other. But I think for spring training, that would make sense. This ball's lined by Soto, and it'll get down in front of Mullins for a hit. Luckily hit so hard that the runner at first has to stop at second. So Torres stops at second. Soto's on, 1 away, and we right now are looking at whether or not we're going to have a chance to win tonight. Because if Aaron Judge does the business, then this game is probably going to get out of reach. Gerrit Cole might not go the whole way, but he's probably going to go 8 innings with the way he's going, and there's just not going to be enough time to come back. Cionel Perez is getting loose for us right now, but with the righty Judge up, it's going to be Cano for one more batter, at least. 2 on, 1 out, and we've got the game on the line pretty much right here. I am sensing with the lack of response that maybe it wouldn't be an idea that you'd be down with their PAS, but that's cool. Maybe the Red Sox play in Florida as well. Maybe me and Fitzy might do something. I don't know. But, yeah, in terms of Elgood doing a collab, for spring training, it makes sense. Nothing's on the line, and it's a chance to have conversations about, position battles and developing players and guys making a spark early on. That would be great. Yeah, well, Elgood, I'm explaining why I think as a streamer, you wouldn't want to do that. As for you, I'm sure it would be great. But for the streamer, I don't think it would do a good service. Aaron Judge has got a 2-1 count. This is the big moment, Elgood. Let's lock in, all right? 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. And things are getting nervy here in the Bronx for us. Crowd is chirping. They know this game could get well in their favor quickly. 3-1 pitch. That is another sinker low by Cano, and Aaron Judge is going to walk to load up the bases for the Yankees. Is my cursor working here at all? Let's see. Brandon Hines going to come out and make a pitching change. Should be Cionel Perez coming out here to face Austin Wells with the bases loaded and 1 out, and we're going to need something special from Perez to keep this a 1-run ball game, folks. Breaking the action. While I bring something up here, please do hit that like button, folks, and do consider subscribing to the channel. If you have been here before, you know the drill, but for those that are new or relatively new, I think you won't be disappointed. If you go ahead and sub it up, I'm going to bring up the sub count over here if I can, because I want to have a place to go for a rally screen. Because, I want to rally before this game's over tonight. Can I slide this over without a problem? I'm having so many problems with my cursor lately. I'm so afraid to even... There it goes. Okay. So at the moment, we stand at 273. 2273. Do I hear 2280 by the end of the night? I don't know. I don't think that's too greedy. That would set us up to maybe get to 2300 tomorrow. And you get to 2300 tomorrow, then you need 200 more with 2 games plus a postseason to go. And I'm hoping with the postseason games, a nice big push with all the stuff for the channel to make it grow. Hoping for a nice big push. And folks, please do your part out there, you fellow bird watchers. Best thing you can do for me, even better than a super chat or a magic member, is just, word of mouth. Word of mouth. Let everybody know. Hey, are you a graffiti artist? If you're good at graffiti, tag BW somewhere. Perfect analogy. Good point. Wait a minute. Pierre's got something going on. When it's a Mets-Yankees series, do you want to hear the Yankees broadcast team with Michael Kay or the Mets? Yeah, exactly. Like, if you have another person on, they're not as familiar with what the hell's going on. And they're just coming at it from a completely different point of view than the person that's dedicating all their time to observing and relaying information about the team that you're here to watch. So, Elgood, again, it would be great for you. I get it, but it's a bad idea. Can we move on from this topic, please? We got the bases loaded, 1 out, and an 0-1 count on Austin Wells. And the next pitch from Perez is a slider low. Make it a sinker. Excuse me, at 96. And that'll make the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch inside, not even close. 2-1, and we cannot afford to fall any farther behind in the count here. Bases loaded, and a 1-run ball game, only 1 away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Wells. The pitch, that ball's fouled away. 2-2. Come on, Perez. Strike out or a ground ball in the infield, buddy. Strike out or a ground ball in the infield. We live to fight another day. If it works out to get like a sac fly or a fielder's choice ground out there or something to get 1 run, 2-0 is so much more difficult than 1-0 with the way things are going in this game. We really got to figure out a way. Come on, buddy. Here comes the 2-2 from Perez. And that is low. And a touch outside as well. Another sinker that Wells is able to lay off. I don't think that pitch is going to work for you, Perez. You're going to have to use something else. It is now a full count, and Perez steps off the rubber. He needs a moment. The crowd at Yankee Stadium are on their feet. They are making all the noise you can expect in a situation like this. Full count, bases loaded. Pitch is low and away, and we've walked in a run. Another sinker from Perez. He threw another one with the same result. Why did he go back to that pitch? It's not hitting the zone, and he's not chasing it. And you're going to throw it again on 3-2 in a spot where he doesn't even take the bat off his shoulders. Not good form for Perez. I mean, you're facing the lefty Wells, and he needed to be out. Now you got Stanton up with the bases loaded, and this could get ugly, and Stanton just jacked one deep to right center. It's going to bounce up against the base of the wall. It's going to score at least a pair of runs. The third base coach is waving in the third, and there will not be a play at the plate. It is a base-clearing double for Giancarlo Stanton, and in the blink of an eye, the Yankees have taken a 5-0 lead. The crowd here is absolutely ballistic. They know that moment right there probably wraps up the division for them, unless we do something special in the final 3 innings of this ball game. Perez did not have it tonight, and he still is forced to face at least one more batter. Here's Jazz Chisholm. Ball hit on the ground. That's going to move Stanton to third base with 2 out, but Chisholm is retired on a 3-1 unassisted putout by the first baseman. Jason Dominguez is due up next. Folks, I'm not worried about it. It was going to take a crazy miracle. First of all, the game is not over. That's paramount. The game's not over. Secondly, if it would take, again, if we go to Minnesota and sweep, then yeah, we can look back on this and go, damn, we were 1 win away from winning the division. But listen, it would take that plus the Yankees getting swept. I got a feeling at the end of the season, you're going to go look back on this loss, if we do indeed lose, and go, it really didn't matter. And we still took this series 8-5, which is pretty damn good. So if we wind up losing this game, I'm going to be fine. Gerrit Cole's pitching a fantastic game, and pitching is always, elite pitching is always going to have the advantage over any offense. It's always going to be the case. A pitcher is going to determine the outcome of a ball game. And if a pitcher like Gerrit Cole is in top form, this is what happens. So I'm not going to worry too much about this. I'm not going to worry too much. The only thing I ask is that the Orioles, with the remaining time left in the ball game here, is to play their best. Have some good at-bats. Treat it, like a game that's still within reach. Do exactly the opposite of what the Yankees did, and their fans, particularly. I didn't mean to say the team. The Yankee fans last night, folks, we wind up winning that game 9-7. I tell you what, if 3/4 of that stadium didn't leave and give up on that team, I got a feeling that made the difference between a potential full-on comeback. But I wasn't worried when Judge hit that home run and made it 9-7, because it cleared the bases, and it meant that some kind of a rally without Judge or Soto involved was still going to have to happen in order for us to lose that ball game. And with that whole damn crowd having left, I just knew it. They didn't have a minimum. Judge cleared the bases. He got his. Worst case scenario, I talked about it. It played out, and we still won the game. Brian Baker is on in relief here. And the first pitch to Dominguez is a little bit high for ball 1. Dominguez has struck out both times up tonight. And this pitch is in there for a strike. Right now, there's pitchers like Brian Baker who are auditioning for a role on this team in the postseason. Somebody's going to have to get cut. 1-1 pitch is low. Personally, I feel like the one that makes the most sense, at least for the opening round, you probably want to just cut Cade Povich. Again, folks, you can readjust your rosters between each round of a series in the postseason. But, you're talking about a 3-game series. You're only using 3 starters at most. You're not even using a 4th. So you could have a situation of a Burnes, Eflin, and Kramer. Use Suarez as a long man if you need him. And then Cade Povich has really just got nothing to do here. That is ball 4 up and in on Jason Dominguez from Brian Baker. So that'll make runners at first and third with 2 down. Baker walks the first batter he sees. Not good if you're auditioning for that spot in the postseason, sir. But yeah, again, I just don't see a reason for Povich is not ready to be a bullpen guy. You know, he's still in that developmental, trying to establish himself as a major league starter. I just don't see him using him that way. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Anthony Rizzo, first and third, 2 down, takes a first pitch low. Change up from Baker. Want to know the count. Folks, I know our bullpen really isn't like lights out. Here's a throw down by McCann on a stolen base attempt, and the runner Dominguez is going to get the bag. So second and third now with 2 down. And a base hit will now score a pair of runs. Not a bad throw down there by McCann. But it was a bit of a high throw. But it was right at the bag. 1-1 the count on Rizzo. 2 down, second and third for the Yankees. And that is what happened? Why did my stream cut out? Did my stream just cut out? That looked like a called strike. The inning might be over. But my game just went black. Okay, what's going on here? Talk to me, game. What happened? Oh, no. Somebody's coming in to score. Oh, boy. Something just happened. 2 more runs are on the board. It looks like a base hit. Rizzo with a 2-run single. And make it 7-0. This game is gone. This game is going to, yeah. Again, I just want to see us play as hard as we can. But this looks pretty much 99% out of reach. If Gerrit Cole is going to continue to pitch. There's a called strike to Volpe. So the Yankees are, they got one back on us. They did, and they're going to very likely clinch the division tonight. But, folks, this is stuff we were already planning for. Just be happy that, once again, we win a series. It's about winning series, folks. Once you get to the postseason, that's your job. You're going to play a team for a multitude of games. Best out of something. Your job is to win the series. 0-2 pitch is high. And the count is 1-2. I don't know, Elgood. We'll see. It's actually Gerrit Cole's call. It'll be absolutely up to Gerrit Cole whether or not he wants to continue to pitch. That's how it works with him and Aaron Boone. Check on the runner. He's back. Yeah, I mean, you could sit there and go, well, he doesn't have to. But right now, Gerrit Cole, he wants to eat innings. I know. I think he does. I would put money that he's back out there. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the inning. So we'll see. We'll see how good. We'll see how much I know about baseball. I expect to see Gerrit Cole back on the mound in the 7th. The Yankees have a 7-0 lead. And, yeah, it's not a fun night so much with this ball game here. So let's try to at least enjoy our time together, folks. Got a feeling a lot of you are going to check out. But I'm here. And do I have a snack? Do I have a snack? I might need to look for a snack. All right. I got some crackers. I'll be right here chomping away. Stand by. All right, all good. We'll see. Toasted rich chips. Pick these bad boys up on special. Change on the defense for the Yankees. Alex Verdugo takes the place of Dominguez in left field. And wouldn't you know it, Gerrit Cole throws strike one to Colton Cowser. Add another W to BW. There's a called strike. 0-2 the count. He might pitch the eighth. Now, if he doesn't pitch the eighth, I would say it's like a mild shock, as Cowser strikes out on 3 pitches. Yeah, let's take Gerrit Cole out of the game. He just struck out Colton Cowser on 3 pitches. 1 down. Folks, El Good will be running his own baseball channel here pretty soon and giving you that insight that you need. Adley Rutschman at the plate. 0-2 the count. Come on, Adley.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
His average now below 250, man. 249. Adley, what is going on, buddy? 1-0 pitch, breaking ball. That's in there for a strike. I know, El Good. You got roasted. It happens. It happens. Hey, consider it an honor. You know, I'm like Don Rickles. If you get roasted, you know, look at it that way. Wear it like a badge. All right. BW, did you see what I said? If you're talking about the line I just read, yes, I see it. Edward, do you hear what I'm saying? 1-2 pitch. That ball's hit hard, but on a line to second base. Glaber apparently grabs it just before it hits the ground. For out number 2, a line out by Rutschman. 2 down in the 7th. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Gerrit Cole's out there. He's going to eat up any. They're going to take him out right here. They're taking him out here. You know why? Because this is something we should do more often. This is a reason to give a standing ovation to a guy who pitched a great ball game. So with 2 down, Gerrit Cole doffs his cap to the crowd here. And folks, if there's one thing the Yankees do right, it's something like this. We had an opportunity to do this for Corbin Burnes 1 or 2 starts ago, I remember. And we just, we should have let him. He could have come out for an inning and just gotten one guy out. We could have let him walk off to an ovation just like that, and we didn't do it. Maybe Brandon Hyde just doesn't think that's proper. Maybe he just doesn't even think to do it. I don't know, but I think it's a class move. I do. Thought he was making it to the 8th. Oh, Elgood. Now, dude, Elgood. Honestly, dude, what is this, like an alpha male battle? You've already lost. It's all right being a beta. We'll sit here and make Twister references, and we can be friends, okay? But what are you trying to do? Challenge me, like, at every turn? It's over, buddy. We're done. Oh, you thought he was going to the 8th. 2 outs in the 7th, and he's leaving. Boy, you don't know what you're talking about. All right. Have it your way, Elgood. It's your world, and I'm just living in it. Thanks for allowing me to. All right. I'm going to have a lucky now. How's everybody else doing? Jesus Christ. Ah, boy. Sam, we just don't have it tonight. And Gerrit Cole was on, and yeah, we're about to finish 8-5 against the Yankees on the season. And what this will do, I'll tell you this, we won't be able to clinch home field advantage tonight with the loss. That will be a formality, though, at some point tomorrow, I'm sure. But what this pretty much does is lock ourselves in knowing exactly what the situation is, which is we are a wild card team. We're going to host the first round. This is a ball hit on the ground by Ryan O'Hearn at second base, and like a scoop shovel pass there for the out to first by the second baseman, if I saw that right. That is that's the final out. Folks, it's a 7th inning stretch. It's going to be a muted celebration here, obviously, because we're getting our butts kicked pretty hard here tonight. But traditions are traditions. So throw some cakes on the griddle. See, it's a muted celebration. Yeah, get some cakes up because I can see a whole lot of negative stuff starting to flow in here just because we're getting our butts kicked tonight. Again, folks, big picture, hang in there. We know our place. We know our place in this postseason. It is as an underdog. We are going to be underdogs. And I think that is just plain fine with me. I even talked about this last night, that there was a possibility the Yankees would win like 10-2. And the prognosticators out there are going to be like, they're just looking at box scores. Oh, by the way, sorry for not hitting this button here.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Like, let's say, yeah, we lose here. We finish the final 4 games like with a 2-game split apiece. And that would put us at 90-72. And people are going to be like, well, the O's really faded down the stretch. But if you're going to count the last month and a half, but if you're counting the last week, I've seen a team that's absolutely found its direction. And I think we got as good of a shot as anybody with this thing. That is how I feel. I got to open up the window here. I mean, folks, 8-5 against the Yankees on the season. That is what we're looking at. 8-5. You don't want to face them in the division round because I'm telling you right now, the way the brackets look, that's exactly what's going to happen. We take care of business at home in a 3-game series, all in our yard against some central team that, a half dozen of their wins are basically because they're in a division where they play the White Sox 13 times. We can beat any of those teams. Come on. We take care of business, and then we go to the Bronx for a best of 5. And I don't care. I'm not intimidated to go to Yankee Stadium. 0 intimidation level for me and from what I've seen from our team all season long. We don't give a damn. There's no... Yankee Stadium is no longer this, this this place with all the lore that you come in feeling intimidated. It's an amusement park now. It's a corporate amusement park. And if you look at the way the Orioles have been looking, this park has been for our amusement more often than it hasn't. So I ain't worried in the least. Give me the Yankees in the division round. It's just going to make the trip to the ALCS all the more easier. You get to the ALCS, and then you're looking at probably one of Houston or Cleveland, and those are the two teams I'm more worried about. But at least we can avoid them until that point. And hopefully we can be the better team in a best of 7. It's going to be lit if we get to that stage. Especially if it's Cleveland, folks. Going back to the mid-90s, talking about an ALCS against Cleveland. There's some memories that haven't left my mind. So we'll see. And then Houston, of course, the team that's been running the AL for several years. Are they still running things? We'll see. I feel like they're at the tail end of their dominance. Folks, we are in the bottom of the 7th. Brian Baker's still out there. Gleyber Torres at the plate. First pitch is a breaking ball high for ball 1. The next pitch is off the plate outside 2-0. Yeah, the Yankees ride the coattails of their history, and me as an Oriole fan, all I want to do is start making new history. I'm about making the history. Look, we had a beautiful 20-year run as being the best franchise in baseball from the mid-'60s to the mid-'80s. No team had a better regular season record in baseball than the Baltimore Orioles for a 20-year stretch. Nobody. You can check it up and fact check that. That is the case. Of course, Earl Weaver had a whole lot to do with that. But at one point, for an entire generation of baseball, the Orioles were they were the team that everybody else was looking up at. This pitch is swung on a miss. Torres strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Juan Soto's up 1-for-3. History is now. That's damn right. Let's start making new history. Let's start a new 20-year run of being one of, if not the best damn team in baseball. Let's bring back that Oriole way. That Oriole way. I feel like we're right on the doorstep. This ball's hit on the ground to Gunnar. He misplays it, and he will not. In a throws it away too. I mean, it's going to be one error because Soto will reach and stay at first base, but really it's a pair of errors by Gunnar on this. He first can't field it cleanly, then he picks it up and throws it when he probably shouldn't have, and it's nowhere near the bag. That is just, what are you doing, Gunnar? That is a big old, what are you doing? So an error for Gunnar, and that makes our score line look even worse. No runs, 2 hits, and an error tonight. It ain't pretty, folks. Aaron Judge at the plate. He takes low and away for ball 1. Hey, folks, if you're still here and hanging out at this stage of the ball game, you guys are rock stars, honestly. I know a lot of people have checked out, I'm sure, but you guys love baseball. Aaron Judge might have just hit another homer. This ball's hit deep to left. Cowser's at the wall, and that ball will reach the bullpen. Aaron Judge has blasted his 58th home run of the season. A 2-run bomb to put the final touches on this blowout. 9-0 Yankees. Folks, that's fine. Again, If this team were balanced, I'm telling you right now, if this team were balanced, they wouldn't have lost 2 out of 3 in this series. They're going to wind up outscoring us for the series probably because of this one blowout game. But at the end of the day, yeah, you can put up some video game numbers, but can you consistently win series? That's the challenge I put to this team if we face them in the postseason. Yeah. In the postseason, in a division round, best of 5, you might have a game just like this. But can you do that and win in a best of 5? I don't think you can do that every game. I don't think you can. Austin Wells will foul a pitch away. Bull. Oof. I love Hangman. Can I buy a vowel? Give me an R. Wells strikes out to end the inning, right? Is that the final out? Please tell me it's the final out. I don't want to see more of this. Aaron Judge with a 2-run blast. It is 9-0. Give me an O. Oh, do you want to start the... Hey, Brian EEE wants to start the Orioles chants, guys. O. R. I. O. L. E. S. Orioles. Thank you. Thank you, Brian E. for starting that Orioles chant for us. Come on, guys. Keep spelling it out. There we go. We got an I. Keep going. I'll throw in. Oh, no, Brian, I know exactly what you meant, but you see, I spun it. I took what you did and I spun it to make it something for us Oriole fans here who are sitting here watching us get our butts kicked. That's the magic I provide. I turned it around. All right. Is this inning over or what? Stanton just struck out. Goodbye, Stanton. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Try to see your point of view. Hope your dreams will all come true. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again? Feel no sorrow. Feel no shame. Come tomorrow. Feel no pain. Hey, remember that last line, folks. Come tomorrow. Feel no pain. Come tomorrow. Feel no pain. Stop it. You're scaring us. You see, Pure doesn't hang out here enough to know that everybody in the Charm City chat adores it when I sing, Pure. You need to be here more often to know that that's part of things. I feel like every time you show up and I do that, you have that exact same reaction. As if you're speaking on behalf of the rest of chat. Yeah, Robert's here for the music. Pure. Boy. What are we going to do, buddy? What are we going to do? Hey, it's almost October. It's the month of scares, right? Little jump scare. Hey, the man. Are the dogs barking? Oh, I see it. There they are. Hey, by the way, did I mention I'm an early morning lover and I must be moving on? Just thought I'd share that. Oh, yeah, I got a Blind Melon copyright from yesterday. So that sucks. What sucks, folks, is that anytime that happens, when I get a copyright for singing, I have to go in and edit out the clip, mute it, and just by muting that part of the entire broadcast, it takes away the live chat replay, which kind of sucks. If you go back and want to watch a game from the past, and if you watch it and there's no live chat replay, it's because I had to edit out some singing of mine. Emmanuel Rivera is on to pinch hit as the Orioles are going to give him a at bat. He's not going to have a whole lot of them left in this season, you'd think. And he's got a 1-1 count. Tommy Canley is in to pitch this eighth inning for the Yankees. So the Orioles are going to probably empty out the bench here. Maybe give Gunnar probably the rest of the game off. I would advise that after that error he made. There's a called strike. Maybe give Tony a breather. Our bullpen is a complete mess, and they should all be fired. All right. Well, Bruce, then we're going to have to try to win a World Series with only 5 starting pitchers, and they all have to pitch 9 innings every time they pitch. There's no bullpen, so because we're firing everybody. We can't hire. So that would be the result. We got a full count on Rivera here. Hey, Scotto. Rivera strikes out on a pitch in the dirt, 1 away in the 8th. How is Bruce right? How do you fire the whole bullpen? What are you doing? Where are you grabbing 7 arms from right now? Where are you going? You can't trade. What do you want to get 7 guys from Norfolk that you never heard of and just take over? What are you talking about? This is a swing and a miss by Sid Mullins. Yeah, you can't fire the bullpen. I thought you were like speaking like sort of like in poetic language, like it was like metaphorically speaking. Randy Myers. What is he, 63? Why did that go out already? Negativity. It's a thing. This pitch is fouled back. 0-2 the count. You never know what I mean, folks. My humor is that dry. I'm cynical, and sometimes you never quite know if I mean it or not. I apologize if I confuse a few people. This is a swing and a foul ball by Mullins. 0-2, 1 out in the top of the 8th. Base is empty. Yankees with a 9-0 lead. It was a 1-0 ball game all the way into the bottom of the 6th, and they have scored 8 runs in the past 2 innings. This pitch is up and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's not an apology, Bruce. It's just, let's be reasonable here. There's only certain windows you can do things on a large scale. One is the off season. You can sit there, cut players, sign other players, and rebuild a bullpen. It happens every off season for every team. And then you can make, some adjustments like we did at the trade deadline. Go out there and make a couple of trades, try to beef up the bullpen. Otherwise, you're relying on guys in your farm, and maybe during a season, 1 or 2 of those guys develop and establish. But, at this stage of the season, I don't even know why I have to explain this. But at this stage of the season, we know who we have on the farm. We know the pecking order of talent we have available there. This is it. This is who we got. And this is what we got to roll with. So my advice would be to just cross your fingers that this bullpen can be better more than bad. Hey, we got a ball that hits off the pitcher into center field. Mullins is going to get a hit. I think that got a piece of Canley. But said hit that ball hard. Nice going Mullins.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Little faucet action. All right, Aaron Boone is going to bring out a new pitcher now. Yeah, that hit right off of Canley's back. That hit it right off his back and still somehow went straight into center field. My goodness. Oh, or maybe the back of the arm. That's amazing. The ball almost like his arm was almost like a runway. That's why he wasn't really hit square, and that ball went so far into center field. Just kind of one of those 1 in a million sort of things right there. So we got a break in the action. Hey, not only will I explain why I think what I think, sometimes I'll explain why I think what I think to who I think needs to hear it. Look what I've done there. And I do that when I think to do it. When I think to do it, I'll tell people why I think what I think to the people who I think need to hear it. Are there any other ones left? Who, where, what, when, why? I don't know. Wordplay humor. Hey, everybody. This is Harry Carey coming at you. We've got a pitching change here in the ball game. Yankees ahead 9-0. The Orioles, oh, they didn't come to play today. But isn't baseball great? By the way, happy birthday to Larry and Patricia Beaumont of Springfield, Illinois. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary to Larry and Patricia Beaumont of Springfield, Illinois. Hey, they run Larry and Patricia Beaumont Pet Food. Hey, Arnie, have you been to Springfield? Have you tried the pet food? I was thinking to myself, hey, Arnie, if you had a gerbil, would you eat it? That's right. Pet food in Springfield, Illinois. Oh, not that kind of pet food? Oh, okay. You're talking, oh, I thought you meant pet food. Well, I'll take a hamster and a Budweiser. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. That's supposed to be Harry Carey? No, you're supposed to commit Harry Carey right after the ball game. All right? Sorry. What's your YouTube channel? Let me tune into your talents. Hey, is it the best Harry I've ever done? No, I've done better. I thought the jokes were good, though. Springfield, Illinois. Pet food. Anybody? Hello. Is this thing on? You know. We got James McCann at the plate. 1 on, 1 out. 2-1 the count. And that ball is gone. That bat is gone. McCann loses the bat on the swing. Foul ball. And some guy apparently holding a cup of coffee caught this ball. This guy's a legend. This guy's walking down the concourse or walking down the walkway here with like a espresso in one hand and a bat in the other. This guy must have caught that bat one-handed while holding an espresso. Oh, it wasn't my. I mean, I felt my Harry. I felt my Harry. It started off fine, and then I kind of trailed off. Because that's why the great impressionists who also swing and a miss, McCann strikes out. 2 down in the inning. That's why the great impressionists that also like improv their impressions, like a Bill Hader or somebody like that. Not only do you have to do the impression, you have to sit there, think in your mind material, and then regurgitate the material you just thought of, but under a different voice. It's not easy. Anybody can sit there and memorize, hey, if the moon were made of cheese, would you eat it? Yeah, we all saw that Saturday Night Live. We all saw that sketch. We've all heard people do that. But can you sit there and actually just talk like Harry Carey and come up with material? It ain't that easy. Jackson Holliday's up to pinch hit. Where's his button at? I haven't hit in a while. I'll unsub now? Wait, I'm sorry. What are you unsubbing for? What did I do? Personally attack you or something like I am right now? What the hell's your problem? Unsub then, bud. What? God. My goodness. You must be fun at parties. That's right. Buzzkill Menblence is out the door. Nice knowing you for 2 minutes. It's always surprising how the same people who think I'm such a terrible guy and like I gotta unsub are the same people that have interacted with me for a grand total of 2 comments. Like, it's a reflection on your personality, not mine. I've got hours and hours of interaction with people. If you go down that road that quickly, that's on you. It's another Rob Peel situation. Westberg at the plate with a 1-0 count, and he takes a call at strike 1-1. 2 down, runners at first and second for the Orioles here in the top of the 8th. Clay Holmes is on in relief. I have not talked about a whole lot of stuff. Right now I'm just trying to entertain my audience. The ones that give a shit. And here's a swing and a miss by Westberg. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. I'm going to unsub. Oh, no, I'm heartbroken. This pitch is off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You call that a Harry Carey impression? BW spends 5 minutes just sort of matter-of-factly describing how, doing a Harry Carey impression, working on improv, it's not the easiest thing to do. I look back at the chat. I'm unsubbing now. What happened? Huh? Okay. So, all right. Doesn't seem rash at all. Westberg with a 2-2 count, 2 down, 2 on. I'd love for us to just break up this shutout here. Jordan Westberg, my boy, at the plate. 2-2 pitch. That one's low. Full count. We got a full count, folks. Come on now. Oh, what did he say he was offended? Did he say he was offended? I missed that part. I'm going to have to go back and see. He was offended. Oh, wow. This ball's hit on the ground is short, and that should end the inning. Westberg grounds out. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. It is still 9-0 Yankees. Chisholm, Verdugo, and Rizzo due up. Chisholm and Verdugo and Rizzo, oh my. Chisholm, Verdugo, and Rizzo, oh my.
Hey, everybody. Sorry to offend you.
What did it say? I'm interested. We got to break in the action. This guy's been a lot of fun in his short time with me. 60s and 70s were the glory days for the O's. Oh, how I missed that. Well, dude, where's your mentality from the 60s and 70s? You're getting a guy giving you commentary like Wild Bill Hagee would back in the day, you know? I mean, it's such a non-corporate hangout, you know, where you don't have to sit there and be all super professional. And, yeah, maybe a bad Harry and Carey impression in a blowout game can maybe let the other people watching maybe relax a little bit, knowing we're getting our asses kicked. Oh, but you missed the 60s and the 70s, do you? I feel like you probably were in a coma during those decades, if I had to guess. What else did this guy have to say? Anything else? Tigers or Royals will sweep us in the wild card. Great. So thanks for that. So just another positive guy as well. Wow, you really are warming my heart. This team is heading for a first-round playoff exit. Oh, so he basically had to say it twice. Because that's what you have to do when you want to spread your negativity. You have to keep repeating yourself. You find yourself in a room of other people like us who understand that, yeah, we can lose a game like this. Big picture, not a big deal. We're showing signs that we got this team going in the right direction. We faced Gerrit Cole. He kicked our ass. And, yeah, whatever runs the Yankees keep adding on here don't really matter at this point. Anyway, I don't really see anything else from this guy. So what was the moment where he said he was what do you call it? Offended. Where was he offended? I don't see that. All right, here we go, folks. Bottom of the 8th, and Jazz Chisholm asks for time before he even steps into the box. Matt Bowman is on. Matt Bowman is another guy that right now is auditioning. He might be a guy that doesn't make the cut. This pitch is hit in the air by Chisholm, left center field, and a nice basket catch on the run by Colton Cowser. Oh, folks, anything to left center field with Cowser and Mullins out there, you got to feel pretty good. Here we're getting a look at the Yankee clubhouse. They've got the tarp up with the champagne bottles ready to go. So, yeah, folks, we're just going to see this out. And, you know, tomorrow, if for no other reason, we have to celebrate the arrival of the chair. That's right. The Honorable Zachary Hawley official birdwatcher chair set to arrive in time for tomorrow against the Twins. Here's a called strike. Boy, what a great promo. Hey, you don't want to miss it, folks. I'm going to have a chair to sit in. That is, what do you call it? Can't miss TV. This pitch is upstairs to Verdugo. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. 9-0 Yankees. Pitch. Fouled straight back. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. That's right. My Iron Throne is just hours away. Apparently. I have to do a check again on the status of the delivery there, but it said shipping 1 to 2 days, and that was yesterday. So I'm thinking it's today. It is only a couple of miles away from me in some drop-off center. 2-2 count on Verdugo. Pitch. That ball's blasted. And if it stays fair, it will be gone. That ball is gone. 11 zip. Again. Same. Folks, you got to look at it like this. Treat this like the hangover game you thought you were going to see yesterday. Oh, was that a solo shot? Excuse me. It's 10-0. See, it's not so bad. I said it was 11. 10 runs on 7 hits. That's pretty nuts. Everybody's happy with the Yanks. All right. We got you. Let's see what happens to your team with like 6 days off without seeing live pitching. I don't think it really helps a team. We'll see you again in about a week, guys. About a week, week and a half. We'll see you in about a week, week and a half, all right? 1-0 pitch. Called a strike on the outside edge. See, like I'll tell you right now, Yankee fans who are clamoring for Verdugo to not be playing and to give Dominguez a chance. Well, Dominguez had that giant error yesterday. Verdugo blasting off here. Now the Yankee fan base is going to just be pro Verdugo. Now it's time to, it's just, here's a ball hit on the ground right into right field where Heston Kjerstad is playing. It looks like we had a ton of changes here. I probably should have gone over all of them, even though at this stage I'm sure you guys really don't care too much. Jackson Holliday's playing shortstop. First of all, that's the huge news. We'll see what he looks like playing short if a ball gets hit his way. Kjerstad, again, I said this. Gunnar needs to get a rest and Tony needs to get a rest. They're both out of the game. Gunnar sits for Holliday and Tony's out for Kjerstad, who's in right field. He fielded that last base hit. Anthony Volpe at the plate. First pitch is a called strike. Also, Emmanuel Rivera stays in the ball game playing third base. Ramon Arias out of the game. 0-1 pitch is fouled away by Volpe. 0-2 the count. Matt Bowman out here in relief. And, we can take a look at the bullpen tonight. And, everybody screwed it. Everybody. The entire bullpen gave up at least 1 run. That's almost hard to do. On a night where Burnes could only go 5. Why did Burnes only... Help me out here. Why did Burnes... Why didn't I talk about this more? Why didn't Burnes start the 6th? He'd given up 1 earned run in 5 innings with 9 strikeouts and only on 69 pitches. Why the hell was he taken out of the game? Anybody? I can't remember. Rest for playoffs? Screw that. This is the playoffs. This is a playoff scenario. We had a pitching duel between Cole and Burnes. We kind of want to see. This is a dress rehearsal. 69 pitches, really? He couldn't go. Well, you see what the bullpen did, so I don't know why I didn't even consider. This ball is hitting a shallow right field. Second out made as Kjerstad makes the catch. 2 down here for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th. Runner still at first base. So Volpe flies out back to the top of the order. Gleyber Torres is 0 for 3. Did score a run. Yeah, 69 pitches. I mean, come on. That's barely a side session. This pitch is popped up. And this should end the inning. Mullins camps under it, makes the catch, and we go to the 9th inning now. The Yankees have the champagne bottles out on the table. Hey, isn't that the same brand P. Diddy likes? What's with all that baby oil in there, too? What are you guys up to? Apparently, there's a freak party going on in the Yankee clubhouse here in a few minutes. I hope there aren't any incriminating photographs. But apparently a P. Diddy party about to go down here in a few minutes for the Yankees. All right. Top of the ninth. Oh, Miss Janet getting feisty. Well, Janet, I mean, I can't get. I mean, can you give me at least a few guesses? Because, you know, there's so many. You say you know where, but I don't want to assume. So let me try to think of the right guess here. I aspire to get this right. Ask me again. What were you talking about? I don't know. Hey, I missed that guy that unsubbed me after hanging out for 0.8 minutes. That was fun. We had a good time. He asked me if I was trying to do Harry Carey. He told me the 60s and 70s were a blast. And he said, I'll unsub. That was great. That was a great interaction. I'm never going to forget that one. Of all the people I've met, of all the encounters, that's the one. That's the one. When I'm you know, when I have that rosebud moment, you know, when I'm thinking about that sled, I'll be thinking about this guy. There's an 85-year-old reference for you folks. All right. Hey, the mood here is soaring really. I mean, for me, it isn't all that bad. I mean, and I think I'm doing my best to keep the spirits up here. We're going to put this game behind us, and I don't think there's any reason to really read too much into it as far as our attitude and what we can do going. I think we're going to go to Minnesota and take 2 out of 3 and wind up with 90 wins on the season. That's what I think. Here's a ground ball to third from Kjerstad. Chisholm with a nice strong throw gets Kjerstad, who got down the line pretty quick. Both Kjerstad running and the throw from Chisholm pretty quick. Well, Soren, I mean, again, we kind of knew what the situation was. We were going to finish as a top wild card seed with a home field advantage. That's still happening. Now we just know it's official. We came into the Bronx. We took 2 out of 3. We've taken 8 out of 13 on the season. I feel good about facing these Yankees if we play them in the postseason. So I add all those things up together, and yeah, I'm chilling like Bob Dylan. This ball's hit up the middle by Austin Slater. Slater makes an appearance.
Hey, who are you kidding, Preppy?
Been a while since I've hit that button.
Hey, who are you kidding, Preppy?
Hey, look at me throwing out more truth bombs. It's almost like I can maintain my composure and look at the big picture. Apparently, it's a rare talent as a sports fan. Here's the first pitch to Rutschman. He takes a strike. I mean, folks, you want me to worry about something? It's Adley Rutschman. 0 for 3 here tonight. His average is down to under 250 on the season now. And that pitch is a called strike. Like right now, he's at the plate, and he's just not the same Adley. Oh, you'll unsub now. Oh, did you sub back up to tell me you'll unsub again? That was a brilliant idea in order to get a little bit more attention. Oh, you came to get advice to know where else to watch. Okay. Wow, you're just a big old dickhead, aren't you? Wow, that is just a big old dick on your head. I hope you got a hat that fits. This pitch is fouled away. All right, 0-2 the count. Here's an idea. YouTube search Orioles live coverage or something like that. And, you know, I'm sure you'll find something. Enjoy. 1-2 the count on Adley Rutschman. It's been great knowing you, Min Blitz. I enjoyed our time together. This pitch is fouled away. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. How about a report for harassing me? Go right ahead. Like, honestly, go ahead. Do you want to play that game? Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Please. I would love to see YouTube handle this. Have fun wasting your time with that. Wow. Are you going to play a victim now? Is that really how you want to be known as? The victim? That is sad, dude. That is really sad. I'm a victim now. Yeah, I mean, you can, Matt, but, you know. You got it. Yeah, congrats, dude. I'm sweating balls over here, man. So you're going to put in a phony claim. This is like somebody who, like, claims sexual assault when it didn't happen. That's the kind of thing you're doing. That is the lowest of the low. All right? So if it's me being a bully, calling you absolute scum, well, then I'm a bully because you're scum. If that's what you're going to do with your time. If that's the mentality you walk around with. I'm glad I pegged you so early on because it seems like I nailed you right on the head the moment you walked in. You are an absolute mess, sir. You have a nice day. By the way, the Orioles have the bases loaded, if you could believe it, on a infield ground ball. Jazz Chisholm could only pick it up and put it in his pocket. And we've got a chance to maybe put a run on the board here. How many reports? Oh, is this supposed to be even more intimidating? See, what's funny is, Min Blitz, you're acting like you're going to make a report about me abusing you, yet you're the one sitting here trying to threaten me on the stream. Do you understand how hypocritical that is? You don't even make sense, dude. Why don't you just take a hike? I'm trying to allow you to do it on your own accord rather than get booted out shamefully. But I don't think you have it in you, do you? You love the attention. I'm giving it to you. You know why? Because we're sitting here watching a blowout, and it's more entertaining to just roast your ass. No, it was a threat. I know exactly what you're trying to do, all right? You're a hypocrite. Among many other things. You should work on it. You're getting roasted right now. Hey, Pure, I got this. I'm handling this guy. I'm making an example out of him, all right? Mullins is at the plate. First pitch is inside. There's 2 down the 9th. Fans are on their feet. And this game is going to be history, and so's this guy. As Mullins fouls this one away. Oh, we got a run. Hey, we got a run. 1 run. I'm sorry. I did lose my train of thought. Mullins hits a soft grounder to short, Volpe to first, and that is the ball game for the Yankees. They will celebrate winning the division. They will get a first round bye. I believe that's locked up as well. And, yeah, we take the loss, but we didn't get shut out. Who drove in that run? Emmanuel Rivera with the bases loaded. What was it, a sac fly? Sac fly to center. Austin Slater. There you go, folks. That's how we got our 1 run. Austin Slater scores on an Emmanuel Rivera sac fly. Who had that on their bingo card 3 hours ago? 10-1 the final. And hopefully my buddy over here is hurrying up and writing up how many reports. Oh, he asked me how many. 15, please. 15 reports. I think that should probably get the job done. 10 runs on 8 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Orioles. Again, the season series is now concluded. The Orioles did take 8 games to the Yankees 5. And I believe, let me think, we took 2 out of 3, split the 4-game series, 2 out of 3. So 2-2-2-2. I think we either tied or won every series. Because you take 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. That makes you 6-3. And then you split the 4-game series. That makes you 8-5. That's how you get there. Did we lose a series to the Yankees this season? I think we split the 4-game and won all the others. Isn't that the idea here, to win series? So, folks, I'm not going to worry about this loss tonight. None whatsoever. 20 reports, I mean, I don't want him to get like carpal tunnel, Plus, he's going to need that hand for later. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at tomorrow's matchup then. The Twins. We head to Minneapolis. How's that sound? Does that sound like fun, everybody? We're going to Wally World. Get in the car. All right. We did lose one of the series. Well, let's look back. Let's take a trip down memory lane to see how we got to 8-5. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to confirm this. So, first series was end of April. That was the 4-game series. Oh, we took 3 out of 4. Okay, so we did lose a series. We took 3 out of 4 at home. We did lose a series. And then we took 2 out of 3. That was right before the All-Star break. So it was that last series. Okay, so mid-July at home, we lost 2 out of 3. And then we take 2 out of 3 here to go 8-5. I'm okay. I'm okay, everybody. It's okay. I can't get to this second half button. There it goes. All right, folks. One quick check on tomorrow's matchup. Come on back, folks. Cade Povich is going to make his last start of the season. There's something to check out. This game is going to start at, is that right, 8:10 p.m.? Oh, I get to sleep in a little bit late tomorrow. Could I have a new chair and sleep in late? See, folks, things are looking up. Cade Povich against Pablo Lopez. That's going to be a tough matchup. Pablo Lopez is a pretty good pitcher. ERA above 4. That's a little high for him, but that whip is still pretty good at 1.18. And, he's trying to go for his 16th win, while Povich has got a 2-9 record with an ERA over 5.5. So you got to give the advantage here to the Twins in terms of the pitching matchup. But I think the bats are going to return. Pablo Lopez is good, but he's not as good as Gerrit Cole when he's in top form. And, I think as a team, we might have packed it in once it got out of hand. But I think this team's going to bounce back when we get to, wow, look at this. Nobody respects us. I mean, they got the Twins on a landslide with this matchup predictor. My goodness. Folks, I like being an underdog. I don't know about you. I like wearing the label of underdog. Works for me. Just makes it all the more sweeter. I mean, folks, what kind of sports movie do you like to watch? The one where the underdog wins, or the one where the team that always wins again? You like being the underdog, all right? Big deal. It can be done. One more reminder. 2 teams made the World Series last year. They were both wildcard teams, and one of those 2 teams was struggling when they got to October, but they turned it on. All right, so that's it. 8:10 p.m. tomorrow. I'll be on the air at 8 p.m. sharp. Can't wait to meet some more people and have fun with and chat during a blowout win tomorrow. And yes, come on back for the chair and much, much more. What's on right now? Can I send you anywhere? Is there anywhere to take you guys? Minnesota and Miami. Are they now eliminated or what? There's nothing on. Unless JJ is going to be doing... I don't think JJ is going to be doing that game. Maybe Rising Rhino is doing something. I can always check. Let's take a look. I just love when people try to battle me. I'm going to get in a battle with this guy. He's just a little too confident in his own self. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for standing my ground and being confident in who I am and enjoying being silly and doing whatever the hell I want to do on my own channel. I'm sorry about all that. Really. Did that say live or not? Sorry, let me go back. Oh, it is live. All right. Oh, is it? This is Thursday Night Football then, right? Cowboys and Giants. Hey. What do you call it? NFC East matchup here. NFC East matchup at Rising Rhinos channel, folks. I'm going to send you on over there. Again, folks, just, don't worry about this game. You're going to hear a bunch of stuff on the radio in the morning. You're going to hear, if you are unfortunate enough to turn on Twitter, you're going to see a bunch of negativity and all this stuff. But if you want to do it the right way, folks, stick with me, all right? We're going to get through this together. We're going to play the Twins tomorrow. Come on back. Thanks for helping out tonight with the likes and the subscriptions, folks. Thanks to the mods in the Charm City chat. In fact, folks, tomorrow is going to be if the chair comes tomorrow, tomorrow is chair day, and then the day after that is going to be another special day. But if I don't get the chair tomorrow, it's going to be a special day moved up till tomorrow for the people that deserve it. I think you know who I'm talking about. Also, thanks to the Magic members out there and everybody who's tuned in tonight. It was a pretty, wow. Folks, the average view duration last night was 10 minutes. Tonight it was 6. You think it has anything to do with the blowout? I think it does. It's okay. A lot of people checked out. There's only 40 people left. I better hurry up and sign off. Have a good rest of your night, folks. Terrible result, but not a terrible hit to the morale. Don't don't let it hit your morale. Yeah, it was a bad game. We got our asses whooped. But last time I checked, we took 2 out of 3. And that's what you want to do, even though that very outside shot at a... Yeah, again, folks, if they get swept by the Pirates, we can sit back and go, what if we won this game? All right? But unless that happens, don't worry about it. That's all I can tell you. That is common sense. Have a good rest of your night. I'm going to send you right now to Rising Rhino, folks. This has been the Bird Watcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody.